We are with Caesar, he's bound to be, sir, it has to be, sir. The boogeyman is here, you'll find it hard to stop yourself from smiling now. We are with Caesar, he's bound to be, sir, it has to be, sir. The boogeyman is here, you'll find it hard to stop yourself from smiling now.
Caesar, the boogeyman on your radio. Caesar, the boogeyman on your radio. Playing the music just for you. Something old, something new. Caesar the boogeyman, Caesar the boogeyman, Caesar the boogeyman.
Well, my friends, what did you do today to cool off? You know, they say that we've hit, 90, well, they reckon 98 in some parts of the country. The question that I ask you is, did you skive off work today, or maybe even yesterday? And what excuse did you have? Are you a company employee that you employ staff? And have you heard some lame excuses? I mean, I'd like to hear what sort of excuses that people use. Could you possibly tell me? And also, who's seen Gremlins yet? Has anybody seen Gremlins, a film? If you have, can you give me a ring? I want to know about Gremlins. Is it worth me going to watch it? I'd really love to go and watch it one afternoon this week. So maybe you can tell me if it's really worth going down and watching Gremlins too. I can't wait. There's some of the things I want to talk to you about tonight. This hour, we're going to have a chat and a bit of a laugh. Something very light-hearted. In the studio, I have Venus and Aphrodite. Oh! It's 6 minutes past 11 o'clock. It's Night Network. I'm Caesar the Boogeyman, and tonight, well, we can talk about anything that you want to for the next 3 hours. There is no grid game tonight. The grid game will not start again until next Monday, when we have some fantastic prizes all installed for you. All these prizes were donated to us by Curry Superstore in Canterbury, and let me tell you now, it's the new mega store, and I'll tell you now, there are some good stuff there. And when I say good, I mean good. We have a video recorder, a video player, we have a 14-inch colour TV, we have some toasters, alarm clocks, we have some radios, we have a hi-fi unit, we have little stereos, we have little radios, we have Walkmans, we have videotapes, we have them all. Over £1,000 of the prizes to give away next week, starting from Monday night, between 11 and 12 for the grid game. That returns then. The scratch is now completely finished. We're not doing that until tomorrow night between 10 and 11. Between now and 2 o'clock in the morning, we have a chat. Anything you want to have a chat about, pick it up, give us a ring. Right, I've got a situation here. This situation is quite an interesting situation, but I must tell you about it. I have a gentleman who is in desperate need of some help. This sort of help that is needed is he's got a Rottweiler. This Rottweiler is called Max. He's 6 years old, and has been looked after by his elderly parents. The situation is that through his own personal problems, he cannot look after this Rottweiler at this present time until he moves into a house. He's staying in a flat, and he's looking for somebody who may live in the Raynham-Gillingham area who is willing to look after this dog, and actually he will help by paying towards his food and anything else. If you are interested in looking after this Rottweiler, can I please ask you to call the following number? It's Medway 0634 378 177. That's Medway 378 177. The gentleman concerned that we're talking about is Tony Salisbridge, and Tony is looking for some help. If he can help, it's only for part-time to look after this dog. So if you can help him, pick up the phone and give him a ring. He's waiting for your calls right now. Okay, that's one of the things that we're going to talk about. Now, the other thing I want to talk about after midnight is spirits. I beg your pardon? No, not the drinking type. I'm not talking about spirits. It's all right, you can put the bottles down. Girls, please. Fellas, drop it. I've got a problem. And I have a very, very, very serious problem. But I can't discuss it with you until after midnight. And And I'm going to be putting a call out for mediums, anybody who's clairvoyant, anybody who knows anything about the other side to call me, because I have some questions to ask. And I think these questions are very, very frightening. That's one of the things I want to talk to you about, but that's after midnight. But please, if you have young children who listen to this show and are listening at this moment in time, please make sure they switch the radios off and go to sleep. All right, just make sure you disconnect their radios, take their radios out of the bedroom. Even if they're asleep or they look asleep to you, take the plug out. All right, and then you'll know if they try and plug it back in one way or one. 11:10, the phone lines are open. We can talk about anything you want, something cheerful, something bright. Let's have a little bit of a laugh, let's have some fun. Because that's what it's all about on this Empire of Fun. It's all fun and games. And we give you information, like the information regarding the computer world in Ramsgate. Fletcher Green currently holds the top score now, 425,640. So if nobody beats his score by the 30th of August, when he will become the proud owner of this Mega Drive and Rambo game. Paul Stanbridge is also the top scorer on the Mega Drive with the DJ Boy game.
Now you can get away with it, and Caesar is your proof. It used to be called lying, now wind up is its name. It's just to keep you on your toes, that's Caesar's little game. Wind up, we like a wind up. Sure as X is X is X, Caesar's pulling at your legs. Wind up, he's on a wind up. Slightly dodgy sense of fun, king of wind up, he's the one. People used to suss him when Caesar was a youth. They could see his little face was grinning past the truth. But now he's on the radio and you can't catch his eye. Fantasy, fact, fiction, or just a porcupine. Wind up, we like a wind up. Sure as X is X is X, Caesar's pulling at your legs. Wind up, he's on a wind up. Slightly dodgy sense of fun, king of wind up, he's the one. King of wind up, he's the one. King of wind up, he's the one.
I think this is something to do with the greengrocer. Yes, it says here melons. So it's something to do with the greengrocer. I think we're about to be educated regarding fruits. So don't worry, folks. This should be quite interesting. If I can get connected, come on. It takes so long to get connected to these things. Here we go. Let's find out what this is all about.
You naughty thing. You must be one of those fun-loving guys.
Yeah.
Who likes to share a slice of the action.
Oh, yes, please.
Which only we can give.
Really?
A call will cost you 25 pence per minute cheap rate. And 38 pence per minute at any other time.
Right.
Depending upon the time of your call. Most of our stories last between 3 to 4 minutes each. By the way, are you over 18? Because if you're not, then this service is not for you.
Okay.
It's strictly for adults.
Thank you.
Hello there.
Hello.
I'm just dying to tell you all about my naughty little adventures. But first, let me introduce myself.
Hi.
My name is Sue.
I'm Caesar.
All my friends call me Sexy Susie.
All my friends call me
Understand
Sneezer.
why very soon.
Right.
I do hope you're not too easily offended.
Not at all.
I mean, some of my tales are rather saucy.
Are they?
For instance,
Yeah.
let me tell you what happened only last week.
Go on.
It was terribly hot in my house.
Yeah?
In fact, I was very, very warm.
I'm getting warm now.
Oh, what could I do but try my best to cool down?
Right.
First,
Yeah.
I removed my knitted pullover.
Yeah.
But that just wasn't enough.
Well, she thinks so stupid.
Next came my jeans.
Yeah.
Oh, the cool air on my legs was very nice.
Really?
But still, I was too hot.
Really?
As I undid the buttons that ran down my blouse,
No.
I had a lovely idea.
Did you?
Why not really enjoy myself?
Yeah.
I love being naughty, don't you?
Yeah, go on.
I went over to the radio and tuned into some slow, smoochy music.
That's me, lovey. That's me.
Swaying in time to the rhythm, I pulled up the window blind. Not too much, but just enough to tantalize my hunk of a neighbor.
Is that right? That's me.
He's so sexy.
Yeah.
I was getting even hotter at the very thought of him.
Yeah.
From where I was,
Uh-huh.
I could see him at his desk working very hard.
I always work hard, love.
Oh, I thought with a shiver, things will be even harder by the time I finished.
Uh-huh.
My poor blouse had to work ever so much harder to contain what I've been told are my greatest assets.
Really?
The buttons were really straining,
Yeah.
and I saw him look up in amazement as I began slowly to undo them one by one.
Yeah.
As the music hummed in the background, I pretended to be unaware of his lecherous stares. I danced very provocatively all the time, discarding another piece of clothing. By now, all I had on was a very scanty pair of briefs.
My leg's gone sticky. I've got cramp in my leg.
Heels and a very broad smile. I was absurd,
Shut up now.
not with the heat,
No.
but with a desperate longing.
Right.
I glanced over to his window,
Yeah.
making sure he would get a really good view of my talent.
So it's you, is it? You filthy cow. Get gone.
I was let down very, very quickly. He'd gone. What a disappointment. But then I heard a gentle tap behind me. I turned, and there he was,
Yeah, sorry, yes, go on.
smiling at me through the back door.
Yeah.
I tried to cover my embarrassment,
Yes.
but in vain. I opened the door.
You didn't find a tin big enough. Go on.
See what he had in his hand.
Uh-huh.
It was a lovely large bottle of bubbly.
Oh, very much. Is that all? Oh, get off. You're boring the pants off me. That's no good. I wanted something raunchy. What are you looking
I think that's my next door neighbour.
Funny, I thought it was your wife. I'm just having a quick look over here. Where's all the... I've noticed that ever since we started talking about chat lines, that they've actually been taken out of here. Now, that is interesting. What's this, a horny hotel? I mean, to be honest with you, what satisfaction do people get out of listening to that? Number 5.
Hello, Caesar.
Where have you been?
Number 5 has been on a quest.
A quest?
Quest. Undertaking, task, labour of love, program.
What for?
Input, major input, macho input, megabytes of input. Caesar not notice?
You mean to tell me that you've taken every program memory store and function from my computer and you still need input?
You bet. Urban input, aesthetic input, littoral...
Hang on. What's urban input?
Buildings, skyscrapers, mega habitats where people live.
And what's aesthetic input?
Aesthetic input, sculpture, art, culture.
And did you say literal? What's a literal? What was that word?
Littorial.
What's a
Reading.
littorial input?
Reading. Number 5, read millions of books.
Uh-huh. What books have you been reading, number 5?
Origin of the Species.
Yeah.
Treasure Island.
Yeah.
Everything you wanted to know about sex.
Everything you wanted to know about sex.
Number 5, not understand that one. And poetry.
Speaking of poetry, did you hear about that poet that was about you, that poem?
You bet. Number 5, love poem, rhyme, verse, limerick.
Yeah, do you know any poems?
Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night. What immortal hand or eye can defy thy fearful symmetry?
Very good. Go on.
Number 5 also has a limerick.
Go on, let's have a listen to that.
There was a young girl called Venus, whose body was shaped like...
Oh, number 5.
Yes, Caesar?
You can't say that on the radio, number 5.
Why can't I say that, Caesar?
Because you can't say what I thought you were going to say.
I don't think number 5 should be calling Caesar anyway.
I think number 5's going to get a little slap on the bum.
Number 5 cannot call Caesar. He's not in Kent.
Where is number 5?
I'm on the moon.
Good night. Good night, Tim Brain.
Good night, Caesar.
Bye-bye. I just want to point out a couple of things. Firstly and foremost, what I'm going to talk about tonight is public decency. I think, which is it's not going to get boring. Don't worry, because what I'm going to say is probably going to shock a few of you. Firstly and foremost, before I do start talking about it, what I'd like you to do for me is, can you go and make sure that all your kids are fast asleep in bed? If you have children listening to the show, if they are young, can you please ensure that the radios are switched off? Because what you're about to hear tonight is going to be down to the nitty-gritty, the true story, and the true things about life, like you've never probably heard them before. So if you get easily offended, switch your radio off, please. I know that every single radio presenter on this station certainly will back me up 100% of what I'm about to say. But, you see, so that you don't get it one-minded and we have an ILR voice of opinion, I also have brought another radio personality into the studio with me, which a lot of people in the Kent area and Essex area will know instantly. And this gentleman is called Gavin Lawrence. Hello, Gavin.
Good morning.
No, good evening.
Oh, well, I haven't put my clocks back yet. That's what the reason is.
You wally. Now, Gavin and I, as you know, have been friends for a number of years, and you know that Gavin...
Not those sort of friends.
No, that's
right.
right.
Point that out.
Gavin, well, I can theoretically say used to work for the BBC. Well, you still do in a sense of a way,
Well,
don't you?
yeah, the problem is with the BBC is that I've never had a contract with them.
Right.
So consequently, you know, I could go to work tomorrow and find that I have no show to do, or I could go in tomorrow and find they want me to do 2 or 3 shows.
That's right. So therefore, you're theoretically you're
a freelance.
You're a freelance person, but you still work for the BBC.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's never ever been done on radio. I've never yet known a radio station where they would have a BBC personnel on an ILR station or vice versa. So I think you would agree to say that this is the first time ever.
Oh, definitely. But, I mean, in this county, we've always been one for first, haven't we?
We have. That's
I mean,
right.
both Invicta and Radio Kent.
Yes. Now, on Friday night, we saw something that we thought was totally disgusting
I thought it was a pirate TV station.
at first. We're talking about, unfortunately, one of the ILR colleagues. We're talking about the James Whale radio show that is screened on television between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, what I would like to say and point out right here and now, firstly and foremostly, is that I have nothing against the homosexuals or the gay society of this world. Agreed with that?
Yeah.
So we both have nothing against gay people. If people want to become gay and are gay, then it's their lives, and I believe let them run it the way that they want to. What they do at home and what they do privately is their business and really nobody else's. Whether you are a Christian, whether you believe that it's, well, is indecent in many, many ways, then you're entitled to your opinion like we are entitled to ours. But I am starting a campaign. I am actually going to stick my neck right out and I am going to start a campaign on this radio station. And my campaign is to get James Wells off TVS to start with, that covers this region, as well as off radio, because I think that man is not only degrading, but is also disgusting, and I think abuses the privilege and also gives people like myself and Gavin a bad name in our broadcasting, in our entertainment industry. On Friday night, he wanted to talk about homosexuals. The way that he presented his program was so disgusting that I still sat there and watched it. Now, I don't want to give this guy any publicity than he's already had, but because of the way he opened up his show, and he, for those of you that didn't see it, he opened it up the show with 2 gentlemen kissing full frontal in front of a television program as he opened the radio show or his TV show. They were French kissing, and okay, it was to get an instant result to say, well, what did you think about that?
Maybe that's what they have to do on TV and in other regions to get audiences.
Fair comment. That's fair comment. But what I didn't like was that when he brought a gentleman onto the show, his name escaped me, who was a man who believed in the rights and wrongs and quite clearly stated that he did not have anything against gays, providing that they did what they did and they did it privately in their homes. And he continued to go on about buggery and everything else. But the way that he said it, but it was the way that he destroyed him. James Well did not give that man a fair chance. He totally destroyed him. Who he thought he was trying to impress, I haven't got a clue. Now, for those of you that may have watched that program, by all means, feel free to take part into this conversation. But I am out to get that bloke off television, and especially off radio, because I think he's disgusting. What do you think, Gavin?
I reckon Mary Whitehouse, if she was up at this time of night, would call you tonight. She's well within the listening range of this radio station.
She certainly is.
And Mellow as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I reckon that it won't be long before we hear something and a stand by Mrs. Whitehouse on it.
But I can't understand why they've allowed him to do what he's done for so long. What he says to people, okay, you can be rude, you can cut people off, but what he says to people, I just can't believe it.
Maybe it's a fault with television and radio management in that they go to bed at midnight. Anything after that, as far as they're concerned, doesn't exist. It brings them in loads of money, but they're not going to stay up all night to watch it. They probably aren't even aware of what happened.
Well, fair comment, but some of the statements...
maybe people ought to write and point out what actually happened.
Maybe people should.
Maybe people already have. Who knows? Maybe you'll hear from one or two tonight who've drafted their letters up to the television companies.
The phone number is 0227 76 2000 and 764433. Let me point out that this programme is not in any way to victimise gay people in any shape, way or form. So please understand that, because again, we have nothing personally against gays and the way they lead their lives. What we are very, very cross about is the way that this man carries on with his programme every Friday night, and the way he destroys people who try and put a reasonable point across, and the way he treats the public in general. If you feel different, or if you agree with the way he does things, pick up the phone. Let's have a chat. That's the only thing I can ask you to do. 20 minutes past 11 o'clock. Now, what I would like to point out is that yesterday we held a discussion on the radio, and the discussion was about James Well and his show, and how I found it very, very disgusting, and how I thought it's about time somebody really did something about it. It didn't strike me until I got sort of left the studio and was driving home, and I thought, what am I doing? I'm persecuting a man. I'm saying, let's get this bloke off the air because he is discussing, and basically because the stuff that he does on his radio show is against public taste, good taste. So I thought I'd start a campaign, and I asked everybody who was listening to the show last night to write to me if they agreed or even disagreed. So I could go to TVS and say to TVS, which covers our region, that we don't want this rubbish on TV. This is not because it affects me in any way, shape or form, because I finish when he comes on. And it's not because it does any damage at all to the radio station, far from it. In fact, I think it does us more good, him being on, because more people switch the television off and actually go and listen to the radio rather than watch him. But however, got a couple of calls today. I knew I would. And the calls that I got were from people who liked James Well, and they thought it would be a good, decent thing to do by calling him and telling him what I'm up to and what I'm doing. Now, I would like to stress, and I'm not doing this for any sort of publicity stunt, and I really don't want him to mention me on his degrading show anyway. I'd rather my name wasn't mentioned on his programme, full stop. So I'm not doing it for that reason. I am genuinely doing it because I am worried that if this man carries on going the way he is going, he is going to cause a lot of problems. A lot of problems like I believe he caused last Friday for the Gay Society, not to mention some of the things that I heard today from young kids who called me up, who should not have been listening last night, but young kids who had actually called me up and had told me what their friends did at school and what they were doing, and about a certain young lad. Now, I'm not going to name this young lad. I'm not even going to tell you what area he comes from, but I think it's very sad that this young lad, because he doesn't speak properly and his hormones aren't, well, let's say, have not adjusted to his growing up, speaks a little bit funny, he was picked on and persecuted at school. Now, obviously, some of you who go to that school would know what I'm talking about, and you know who I'm talking about. This boy has been constantly picked on all day yesterday, and one of his friends called me up and said it's all because they saw James Whale on Friday night. Now, I didn't even know this. I didn't know until late this afternoon. That's when I found out. Now, isn't it amazing that what I've said happens afterwards? So I said to myself, don't let it put you off. He probably might win. He probably might laugh his head off next week. If somebody has informed him, the chances are what's going to happen is that he is going to turn around and probably say on the show, you watch, I'll still be here in 3 or 4 weeks' time or in 6 months' time, knowing the way that he is. Let me point out to you that if I do take action and I do go to TVS, and TVS do want to listen. It's entirely up to them at the end of the day. Not up to me. I'm just a cogwheel is the right expression, in the works. But I'd like to be the spanner, if possible. But I'm not I have no power to change anything that TVS make the decision. TVS is a good company, and they do very, very well, and therefore have no influence with them whatsoever. I'd like to stress this point. And if any decisions are made, they are made by TVS themselves. But it would be thanks to your letters that I receive and take to him, and let them decide. But there was a couple of other calls, and one of them wasn't a nice one. What it's like to be sued. But I spoke to my solicitor, and I have a message. Try it. And I'll finish you. Right, this is my home answer phone message. Listen to this.
No one's home, so leave your name, leave your message too. Oh, my darling, if you do, I'll get back to you. Mama, I think my hips are stuck.
That was one of them. There's a load of others. I confuse people when every time they ring up. But that's an Elvis Presley one. I don't know if you liked it, and it tickled me. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Who am I speaking to, please?
Who?
Yes.
Tony?
Is this the Good Luck restaurant?
Yeah?
Ah, very pleased to meet you. Can I please speak to Girlie?
To Girlie?
Yes, is she having a party there?
Yeah.
Thank you. May I speak to her, please?
Okay, who's calling? Do I need to say?
Luigi.
Pardon?
Luigi.
Luigi.
Thank you very much.
All right, hold on.
Thank you very much.
Girlie?
Hello?
Hello, Girlie?
Yeah.
Hello, Girlie. We were supposed to come down and do a kissogram on you, but we broke it down.
Sorry, can you start again? They're all screaming at me out there.
I'm sorry. What are you doing over there?
They're all screaming at me.
Why are they screaming at you?
I don't know, my mother's laughing at me.
Is she laughing at you?
Yeah.
I see. We were supposed to be coming down to do a kissogram on you.
All right.
But the car has broken down.
Yeah.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah, I am, thank you, and I'm glad you're not coming as well.
Why you say that?
Because I'd be really embarrassed if you was.
What, is it coming down to do you a kiss, to give you a kissogram on your birthday?
Oh, no.
Do you know who this really is?
Yes, I do.
Who is it?
Oh, no, I'm really embarrassed now.
Who is it?
Oh, no, it's CEEZER, isn't it?
You're dead right, girl. There you are, sitting romantically in a restaurant, celebrating your birthday, and you're live on the air. Now, have they got the radio on tuned down there?
No.
They haven't?
No.
Well, I have a feeling that somebody's recording this.
Oh.
But it's a happy birthday, love from Mum, Peter, and all the family.
Right, thank you.
So you're 18 today.
Yeah.
So you got the key to the door.
Yeah.
And you're getting sloshled.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
You enjoy, how many people you got with you then?
There's about 8 of us at the moment.
And you all enjoying the food?
Yeah, well, we haven't got that yet. We haven't got the drinks yet either. I think it's totally disgusting.
You mean you tell me you haven't been served?
Well, we've been here half an hour and they ain't brought our drinks yet.
Is that right? Well, call the manager to the phone. I'll sort him out. Who's the manager there?
Where's Steve?
Oh, you know him then?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You better not say no more, then you get me into trouble. Listen, a quick happy birthday to you.
Right, thank you very
And
much.
we've got to give you some of this.
Happy birthday
To you. Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear girlie. Happy birthday to to you. What stupid name? Happy birthday to you. Good night, my darling.
Good night.
Have a nice birthday.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Giuseppe. Luigi. What have you been doing today, huh?
You know,
Uh-huh.
today I was playing with my grandson in the vineyard.
He was playing with your little grandson in the vineyard, no?
And you know, he says the strangest of things.
He's a very strange boy.
You're so right. He's your son. And you know something, Luigi?
Giuseppe.
He doesn't look at anything like you.
He's bothering me a great deal, no?
I'm gonna tell you a true story. Yesterday he come to me, he said to me, Granda Pops, he said, I got something to tell you and I don't think you're gonna like it.
No.
And I look at him and I said, Arrivederci, what are you talking about? He said, Granda Pops, every night you know me, I always pray to my God. I said, that's a good boy.
He's a very good little boy, huh?
He was leaning down on the bedside the other night. And his father, he said, he come in and he's laying down on the other side of the bed. And he said it to his boy, he said, what are you doing, son? He said, Daddy, I'm doing exactly the same as you. The father said, you can't be, there's only one pipe and it was not long enough.
So what happened then, Giuseppe? Tell me.
I'm gonna have to tell you the story after the midnight.
I can't wait for the next installment.
You stay tuned, Luigi.
Giuseppe.
Kiss my ring, Luigi. Thank you, Luigi.
Pleasure.
6 at this moment in time. Good, I'm ever so pleased. I really am so pleased. Now, first of all, let me say hello to Val.
Hello, Caesar.
How are you?
I'm all right. Bit annoyed about this article that I've just been reading, but apart from that, all right.
Now, there is an article in the newspaper in Southend. Can you read it to me, please?
It's a very long one.
How big is it?
About 2 long paragraphs. Shall I read out parts of it to you?
Yeah, read the... No, just read it. Read it as it says.
Okay, here we
Well,
go.
I'm listening.
Oh, my goodness. Furious South East Essex listeners have blasted a radio station which has banned them from entering phone-in contests. Invicta Radio in Kent has admitted it does not want outside entrance because it says it would be unfair to the county's own music lovers. Angry Invicta fan Julie Collins said, I listened to GEEZER at the Boogeyman show between 9 p.m. and 1 a.m. and so do a lot of my friends. But when I and a friend tried to enter a contest, we were told the station did not want people from Essex phoning in. Yet it broadcasts loud and clear to this area, and I know over 20 people who listen to it. Representatives from the station come here to promote themselves, which is not fair if they don't want us. The 23-year-old mum said the station's roadshow had visited the Cliff Pavilion in Westcliff at the end of July to meet fans, while DJ Baby Bubbles was at South Church Park last Sunday. She said, I spoke to GEEZER personally, and he said it was not down to him and that he had lots of friends in the area. The managers told him they do not want Essex people phoning because it was unfair to the Kent listeners. I was quite upset because he had held my baby when he came to Southend. She said she was considering launching a petition of...
Val, don't get upset, love. For a minute, I thought when it was flagging me off something terrible. I was waiting, because you haven't even read it to me, have you?
No, I hadn't, no.
And I was waiting for something juicy that I was going to rip the newspaper piece. Let me down, girl. I mean, that is a very fair statement that they've made.
Is it?
Yeah, totally bull, but it's a very fair statement. In all fairness to that, yeah, it was discussed, but, you know, at the end of the day, I love my Essex listeners.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I do wind them up, just like I wind up all the Bros fans in Kent.
Yeah.
And just like I wind up everybody else. It's a wind up, and it's a sad thing that that young lady has taken it the wrong way, but there you go, people are going to do that, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to please all the people all the time.
No.
But it's sad, I suppose.
No.
I mean, if she's listening, I mean, she shouldn't have taken it wrong. The funny side of it was, to wind somebody up is to infuriate them.
Yeah.
And then let them see what the funny side of it afterwards is.
Yes, well, the bit of that I didn't like was the fact that you and Bubbles sort of come down here, but you're really only coming down here, you know, for your own good.
Well, considering we went...
I've been there, and I've seen you sit there for sort of 3 hours signing autographs.
Yeah.
I mean, I was there on Sunday when Bubbles went to the Fate, and he worked very hard for 3.5 hours.
And you know what the sad thing about it is? If people knew that we don't get paid for it, and we actually do it to raise money for charity.
Yeah, well, I knew...
Even the money that we charge goes to charity, so it's ludicrous. But I mean, it's that thing, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, you're going to get the good and bad things in all life, aren't you?
Well, this is it. As I say, I mean, you're quite popular because there's a couple of articles on Invicta in the local paper today, so...
Oh, is it? What's the other thing, then?
I don't know whether I can discuss that one on here.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Gossip, don't you go away. Gossip, stay where you are.
What's the on there?
Stay there, I'll be with you in a second. What juicy stuff, Paul? This is the other article.
There is going to be a new radio station called Mellow, which will have its own programmes from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. each day, with the rest of the 24-hour schedule filled by Kent-based Invicta's Night Network.
That's me.
And a part of the article says...
And Daryl, yeah.
Essex Radio's managing director warned, if they try to broadcast into South East Essex, I will raise hell. Saddam Hussein just wouldn't compare, and they would lose their licence.
Brilliant! That is going to... Oh, I'm proud of that guy. He's brilliant. Thank you, my darling. Bring those articles for me on Sunday, would you?
Yeah.
I'll see you at Brands Hatch.
Okay, then. Then.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Yes, well, Brands Hatch is coming Sunday. We'll be there about 12 o'clock. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, I gotta tell you, I love it. I just absolutely love it when people write into this show. You know, some people have good intentions. Other people are just downright cowards, don't even put their names and addresses on letters. But here's a great... I've got to read it. Can I read you this letter, please? Now, normally, if somebody really has something to say about this show, they would automatically put it in writing and express their feelings. They'd put their name and address on it so that, you know, I can reply. But then you get the people who write into the show and don't actually put anything at all. But please give me a couple of minutes while I read this very nice letter that came through the post today. This actually came through the post, did it? Sorry?
It did this afternoon.
Right, okay. Caesar, just a few lines to let you know what I and thousands of others think of you and your show. To my mind, your show has greatly deteriorated since the Yobbers left the programme. What you have got around you now are just a load of rubbish. I won't put exactly the word that it says there. As for the so-called Venus, she has got as much personality as a dead fish. With her droning one-tone voice, she shouldn't be allowed in the studio. She loses you thousands of listeners for a start. And if they saw her in person with her tight pants and her, is that leg continually stuck out in her gob? What's that say? Oh, fag. You don't smoke. Oh, well, okay. With a fag stuck out in her gob, hang on a minute, I've lost me spike gob. You would lose thousands. Yeah. For another of your, is that Burks? Yeah. The so-called bodyguard. He is as funny as the idiot he tries to take off. He is just one big yawn. That goes for T-Boy as well. For Baby Bubbles, that's worn very, very thin ages ago. But thank God we don't have too much of him just lately. But please don't pressurise us with this awful song and singing. I'm afraid, Caesar, you're surrounded yourself and your programme with a lot of wallies and hangers-on. Can't you run a programme all by your own? Because this mob you've got around you is not doing your image any good. As I am writing this letter, somebody is asking you what perfume Venus is wearing. You have just said it's called Poison. Take my tip, she's definitely poison to you and your programme. As for yourself, you mean well, but don't say things you can't carry out. And then it goes on and on and on and on about the fan club and about the trips, etc., etc. What are you going to do about it? Do yourself a favour, get rid of the hangers-on and you'll be better for it. And don't promise things you can't carry out, as people are beginning to tumble you. Use the people who used to phone up that really make us laugh, such as Queenie, Mick Jagger, Aubrey, Mrs. T, the Irish reporter from the House of Commons, and a few more. What happened to them? They really made us laugh. They are professionals. To the mugs that you've got around you right now, they are only funny to themselves, and for them not being able to phone outside Kent, I have never heard anything so stupid in all my life. A phone-in programme is a phone-in programme, and people should be able to phone in no matter where they live. I'm speaking on behalf of thousands of people. Well, I have a comment to make, but that comment comes after 10 o'clock. Now, before 9 o'clock, those of you who were tuned into the FM heard me read out a letter just before the news. And I said that I had a comment to make regarding that letter. My comment is simply this. Firstly, I respect the person who actually wrote that letter in. I am not going to slag her off, or him off, whoever it might have been, but say, thank you for your letter. I am disappointed in one fact that you didn't put your name and address so that I could have addressed that letter back to you and written to you as this professional radio station would have done. I also appreciate your comments regarding my characters and regarding the show format. Firstly and foremostly, not that I have to explain or defend myself in any way, I would like to put a record straight about a few things. The characters that I have on this show are respected by thousands of people. Like you say, you represent thousands. I'm sorry, but I draw the line when you say that. That is your opinion, and I respect your opinion. But firstly and foremostly, you don't know the running of the radio station. You don't know the running of the show. For what you know, those characters could be the same characters as they were before. In fact, I can tell you, not that I wanted to, but I will. No, in fact, I won't. No, I won't even tell you. No, I'm not going to tell you. However, constructive criticism is always a good way of improving any show. So therefore, if you wish to constructively criticize my program, you're more than welcome. I'm not a sort of person who would just rip it up and put it in the bin and say, what do they know? In fact, I learn a lot from criticism, believe me. So if you feel that you want to criticize, please do, but not on the air tonight. Listen very carefully after midnight. The description will be put out. And can you guys give away a signed album? Talk to me quick.
Yes.
You can give away a signed album. No problems. Right. Okay.
Yep.
And how about a couple of tickets to the next concert?
No problem.
No problem. All right. Yeah. What? Cool.
Anything can be arranged.
Anything can be arranged. All right. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Whoever identifies who my 2 studio guests are will receive a signed copy album, a personal one. Plus, you can go and see them at the concert. Let's put it this way. They've had a few number ones. They are very, very famous. But 2 girls, I'm surprised, just didn't know who they were. But that'll be good fun, because I can't wait for it. Now, we head towards that news at midnight. After midnight news, we are talking young Anne McVanamy, who are going to be playing her top 10 favourite singles, her slow ones. And we can do that and we can have a bit of fun. It all happens after midnight. Don't touch that dial. Plus, I'll be ringing T-Boy. Something interesting is about to happen. Stay tuned.
The show carries a government health warning.
It certainly does that. Let me tell you this. What really gets up your nose?
Talking of lunatics,
Yes.
it's full moon tonight.
It's what?
Full moon.
Full moon.
Full moon.
A full moon.
Full moon.
Does that affect you? Are you superstitious?
Extremely.
Do you believe in superstition? Would you walk under a ladder?
No, definitely not.
Would you pick up a 4-leaf clover?
Definitely, yeah.
You would pick up a 4-leaf clover?
four-leaf
That's
clover.
bad luck.
It's good luck. 4-leaf clovers are good luck.
It's a black cat walking across your path. Good luck or bad luck?
Can't remember. It's right to left or left to right.
Left or right?
Can't remember. But a 4-leaf clover is good luck.
It's not. It's bad luck.
It's good luck. You don't know what you're talking about.
It's bad
It's
luck.
good
Venus
luck.
is
Look,
bad
do
luck.
as you're told. It's good luck.
4-leaf clover
It's good luck.
It's not. It's a
All right.
5-leaf clover.
All right, let them decide. They'll soon tell us. Is it good luck or bad luck?
Yeah, that's a question. Is picking up a 4-leaf clover good luck or bad luck? Do you believe in superstition? Has anything ever happened to you walking under a ladder? It's absolute load of bonkum, isn't it, eh? The 1 o'clock news is next. I've got one line available, as I speak. Of 76-2000. No, I haven't got any lines available, so therefore, she could have sparked something off here. It's Night Network. I'm Seize the Boogeyman. Tonight we're having a bit of a chat. Nothing too serious, nothing too controversial, just something, general life. A little bit of speech content with some lovely music as well. After the 1 o'clock news, I will continue with some nice stuff. Elvis Presley, My Boy, one of my favourite records. Also Phil Collins, One More Night. Reasons to Believe, Rod Stewart. What's Another Year, Johnny Logan. Run to Me, The Bee Gees. Fool to Cry, Rolling Stones. And we've already played Candle in the Wind. We head towards that 1 o'clock news. If you get a ringing tone on the end of your phone, don't hang up. I'll get to you as quickly as I can before the operator automatically cuts you off. Where am I?
In my place.
What do you want?
I want to run my hands through it.
What are you saying?
Please let me. I like the way it feels.
You need help.
It's dirty. Can I wash it for you?
Go away, you're disgusting.
I promise not to hurt you.
You're not going to touch it.
How about a little bit off round the back?
Get knotted and leave it alone.
What about a streak?
You could get arrested.
I want to cut it off.
You're sick, you need a doctor.
Sit still, it's you who wanted it.
Who are you?
My name is Sizzle.
What do you want?
I want to play with it.
What do you mean?
I need to get a firm grip.
Who's that other guy with you?
That's Clarence, my boyfriend.
And what does he want?
He's the owner. He wants to watch.
Where am I?
You're in the hairdressers, and we're going to do wonders with your hair.
Oh, triple round then, please, and we'll play some music. It's 6 minutes past 10 o'clock. Good evening, welcome for a Thursday night, and here we go. Give us some weather, Venus.
Showers dying out, clear spells, minimum temperatures 11 degrees centigrade, decreasing westerly winds.
What?
Weather.
Sorry, is it your... I'm sorry. Spartacus.
Pre-planned. Get out of the way.
I'm sorry.
Can we do this? I was talking to myself then. And
I
I
know
thought,
you were. I know.
Oh.
We didn't put your microphone up. I decided to do it with Spartacus instead.
Sorry, Spartacus can carry on.
No, really? No, you do it now. Go on in. One of you do the weather, please.
Okay, Thursday night, showers dying out, clear spells, minimum temperatures 11 degrees centigrade, decreasing westerly winds. On Friday, a sunny start, variable cloud developing during the morning. A few scattered light showers in the afternoon, maximum temperatures 20 degrees centigrade. That was all done on a moving screen.
That was very good. I was impressed with your professionalism. I was impressed with the way that you handled that. I was just basically impressed. Right, welcome to the show. 7 minutes past 10 o'clock. Don't forget, tonight we are here for the first 45 minutes of the show. Live as we bring it to you. We did a scratch, and we have 3 hits from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. And tonight, if you're going out and about, you want something to go for a good night out, well, we're at Vienna in Maidstone. So if you're not doing anything, come down. We'll have a bit of a boogie-woogie. I'm bringing T-Boy with me, and I'm bringing a few other people too. Well, good evening, my friends. 7 minutes past 10 o'clock. Welcome to the Empire of Fun. Thank you to Brian, thank you to Neil. This is where Coast AM and Invicta FM join together and brings you the craziest radio show in Great Britain. It's called the Empire of Fun. I'm Caesar the Boogeyman, and this is Night Network. Speaking of nits, which we weren't, but here is Venus. Hello, Venus.
Hi, can we have the sound down, please?
Can we have the sound down? Sorry, yes, here we are, love.
Can we have an uninterrupted weather report, please?
We can have an uninterrupted, please.
Can I go ahead? Okay.
Go ahead, thank you very much.
Tuesday night, scattered showers dying out early, then cloudy but dry and warm. Minimum temperatures 12 degrees.
The number you have called is
14 degrees centigrade,
Please
moderate
handset
southerly
and try
breeze.
again.
Tomorrow, occasional light rain in most places, then brightening up into the afternoon and very warm. Maximum temperatures 22 degrees centigrade.
Thank you. Wow, that wasn't bad at all. Now, last night, as you may have heard, the scratch went last night, so the £100 was won, which means that there is a brand new scratch. A brand new scratch for you to be able to identify. Now, I'm going to give you some clues to this because I think it'd be nice. First of all, let me play it to you, and you've got to try and identify what this record could possibly be. Very simple, I think. Maybe not so simple that you might think, but give it a try anyway. Have a listen. Now, what could that possibly be? If you think you know the answer, pick up that phone, give me a ring. 0227 is the area code for Canterbury, followed by 76 2000 or 76 4433. Pick up the telephone, give us a ring, and see if you can try and get that scratch. Oh, I've got these flashing lights, and I have a feeling they're not for the scratch, but let's try it. Hello? Who are you?
I am your fairy.
I don't need a fairy.
What do you want then?
I want to be happy and gay.
Then you do need a fairy.
Go away, you pervy.
That's not nice.
Who are you?
I'm number 2.
Who is number 1?
You are number 3.
I am not a number. I'm the boogeyman.
You are number 3.
Stop saying that. Who's number 1?
That will be telling.
You're having a laugh.
So is number 1.
Who is number 1?
None of your business.
If you don't tell me, I'll hit you with my cucumber.
That sounds nice.
Go away.
Please let me stay.
Who is number 1 then?
Larry Grayson's number 1.
And who are you?
I'm his ex-fairy.
Now both of you, naff off.
That's not nice.
On your bike.
I'm going to cry.
I don't care. Let's play some music.
GEEZER the Boogeyman.
Well, good evening, my friends. 7 minutes past 10 o'clock. Here we go. A Monday night for another week of craziness, happiness, change of format yet again. All sorts of unusual things happening on the Empire of Fun. Hello, Rupert.
Hello, sexy. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, all the better for seeing you.
I can't believe this is going to be my night tonight.
Oh, you bet your lucky stars it is.
Did you have a pleasant weekend?
Beautiful.
Can I just say thank you publicly and on the air for taking me for that wonderful helicopter trip?
That's quite all right.
I must admit, I've never handled a chopper like yours in my life.
Oh, it's pretty impressive, isn't it?
It's very impressive. Very is. We flew from one end of the county to the other. Did we have some time or did we have some time? Now, on tonight's show, of course, we have the scratch in this first hour where we ask you to identify a scratch. A scratch being the beginning of a record. What am I talking about? This one. Now, what do you reckon that could be? Well, good evening, my friends. As you know, this week is Hong Kong week. And no, I was only joking about talking about Hong Kong after midnight because we won't be doing that on this particular show tonight. This show is brought to you in association with King Prawn Balls and everything else to go with it, with special fried rice and curry. Hello, Rupert.
Hello, sweetheart.
Are you all right, love?
No, I'm not.
What's the matter with you?
I'm upset.
Why?
2 things.
Go on.
One's you.
Yeah.
Which I'll come on to later.
Uh-huh.
Did you see that so-called football match?
What was that? What football match? I didn't see a football match today.
They were pathetic.
I didn't see a football match. What was there a football match? Did I miss something?
I tell you what, the only thing that makes me happy Thank God I'm not Scottish.
I'm not arguing with that. It's 10 minutes past 10. We've got the scratch going on in this hour, and then after the scratch, we start with a little bit of chat, but with some surprise between 1 and 2 this morning. It's going to be a laugh one tonight. When you're phoning. Hello, boy.
Hello, Steve.
Are you all right, Yob?
Yeah.
So what do you reckon then?
It's brilliant.
Are we going to be on top of the pops or what?
But it's not as good as my new song.
What's your new song called?
It's called I May Be a Tiny Chimney Sweep, but I've got an enormous brush.
You having me on?
No, I'm not, seriously.
You got a new record out?
Yeah.
I may not be a chimney sweep.
I may not be a tiny chimney sweep, but I've got an enormous brush. That's to replace the other one that I recorded the other week called I Took Her Into the Fog and Mist.
I took her into the fog and mist. Oh, you're a boy, you are.
No.
How's your breakfast show getting on?
Yeah, it's going all right, Steve.
Is it doing all right, is it?
Yeah, love it.
I'm pleased to hear it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, now, I've got 2 things to tell you.
What's that?
Sunday.
Yeah.
Afternoon, morning.
Right.
That's off.
Yep.
It's been cancelled.
Oh, yeah.
I got a message, see?
Yeah.
So, and also, Marlow Theatre.
Yeah.
What have you got planned for it, Yob?
Oh, it's going to be brilliant, Tees.
I know.
I haven't seen you for 104 years, have I?
I know you haven't. You've been so busy working and doing your bits and pieces. I've been working with my bits and pieces.
This is going to be the biggest comeback in the world.
Isn't it? I've got a few things lined up, and I'm sure you have as well.
Yeah.
And, of course, we've got another pantomime together.
Yep.
And, of course, there's that other big thing that's coming up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, look, what have you got in your breakfast show tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
I'm with that Ian Collins bloke.
Yeah, oh, him?
Yeah.
He's a bit of a naffo, that one, isn't he?
Eh?
I don't know what you're doing hanging around with him.
Plonker,
I keep telling you, Yob.
What a plonker.
Yeah, what are you doing with a plonker? Oh, Yob, stop it.
I know.
You're lowering yourself to his standards. It's not good enough.
Is that right?
You're above him now.
Is that right?
I've told you so many times. You are above him.
Thank you.
This is all right, Yob. Now, go on. So what's on the breakfast show tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning, only if you're in Ashford, that is.
Yeah.
There's all sorts.
Yeah.
We got Spot That Intro.
Uh-huh.
With Lisa in Ashford.
Yep.
More music than you can imagine. 700 records an hour.
Yep.
What else have we got? We've got a David Matthew advert that sounds something like Liza Minnelli.
He does. Shirley Bassey, you Wally.
Is it Shirley Bassey?
Well, the one that goes dun da 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 dum.
That's the one.
Uh-huh.
And all sorts of other bits as well.
That's good news.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to hear it.
I know, because I'm back from Tenerife.
Uh-huh. And I've heard about your letters.
Oh, have you heard about the letters?
You've got you've got some letters from your mum and dad?
See, I've got a stack of letters that you wouldn't believe.
And when am I going to get to hear these?
Well, there's a big backlog of them.
Is there?
There's loads.
Right.
There's loads and loads.
I'm pleased to hear it.
That's right.
Now listen.
Yep.
Don't you go away.
I'm not going anywhere, see?
I'll be with you in a second.
And don't forget the holiday I'm giving away tomorrow.
What holiday?
2 weeks in Iraq.
2 weeks? All expenses paid?
Yeah, and you get a chance to star in your own video as well.
Is that right? What, being patted on the head?
Yeah.
I know the one you mean. Now, does that mean... that's that one holiday. What about the other prize?
Oh, the other prize?
Yeah, the missiles.
The what?
The missiles. Do they get a couple of missiles as well?
Giving them away as well.
Yeah, right. Don't you go away. Stay there.
Chris is in Croydon.
Hello.
Hello, Chris.
All right.
Yeah, very well, thank you.
You've got the famous man there, the one who they bought the dump button in for.
Tell me more.
I'm not saying nothing no more. I mean, like, Carla.
Yeah.
Why is she like Mount Everest? Because she can only be conquered by teams of men working with oxygen. Do you remember that?
Right, yeah.
The six knot, oh, brilliant stuff. It takes you right back to the days who used to go down Scamps and beat up the doorman down there.
Oh, my God. Hey, I happen to be a doorman in those days.
You look like Kenny Everett's brother, you do.
I know.
You do, right? Are you a spitting image of him?
Listen, don't push your luck. You used to go down Scamps. I mean, I remember. I used to work in Scamps.
Yeah,
I used to be the head doorman there.
Yeah, when we came down, used to do a Danny Baker, put your coat over it and run upstairs.
Were you one of the cretins that used to come there looking for fights? Were you? Answer my question.
I know you, mate, I know. I remember when you used to dance as a teddy boy down the Red Deer with your brothel keepers.
Don't push your luck, son, all right. Say goodbye. Bye-bye. Oh dear, all my secrets are coming out. Quickly, swiftly moving on.
In my way of trying to get in touch with that other plane. And
yeah. Go on.
But you reckon that's not the way?
The devil's answer! Get down on your knees and repent! I'm telling you, it's not the way.
No.
It's not the way. You look at their tarot cards, right? If they're supposed to be that special, why have you bought them with a set of instructions? Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Why have you bought tarot cards? You bought tarot cards, you bought a set of instructions, you might as well go and buy a bloody backgammon set and play backgammon and use the pieces of that to try and do your future. It's all a load of old crap, it's all a load of old nonsense, I'm sorry. People are going to fight me and they're going to have a right go at me about this, but I'm telling you, tarot cards, in my opinion, are nothing more than a load of old crap.
Right.
That's it.
But Ouija boards are more than that. They're dangerous as far as you're concerned.
I'm saying to you, Tony, and please believe me when I tell you this.
Well, I do.
They are the most dangerous things to play around with.
Yeah?
The most dangerous things that I've ever come across in my entire broadcasting life. They are dangerous. And I have seen them do things that would frighten the life out of you. Do not play with a Ouija board. They are dangerous. If you don't believe in the God and the devil, you think it's all a load of mumbo jumbo. If you want to believe there's a devil, that is the way to finding out if there's a devil or not. They are dangerous. Do not touch them. You can die. That's how dangerous it is. You can die using a Ouija board. And I know for a fact a 15-year-old girl in Kent died because of a Ouija board. The glass shattered in her face and killed her. That's how dangerous Ouija boards are. And what's worse is when you've got a group of mates and you're doing it for a laugh. That's when it's worse.
Right.
Thanks for your call.
Okay.
Bye-bye. What do I sound like? But before I do that, who's the other guy that's been waiting a long time? Roger. Let me just quickly speak to Roger. Hold the calls for a minute, please. Roger, yes, hi.
Hi, Caesar. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thanks, Roger. How are you?
That's all right.
From Manchester?
Yeah, no less. I was actually trying to do Captain Crimin there, but I didn't.
Yes, I didn't know. That's why I ignored it.
Ish, thanks, yeah.
Carry on. Absolutely.
Caesar.
Yes.
Can I ask you, if, let's say someone was 29-ish and they were hoping to relaunch their career in radio.
Yes.
Would you say, I get the impression that it's probably better if they go about it their own way and sort of strive to be a success that way? Or would you say it's probably better if they used a marketing company and took advice from them?
No.
No.
If you want, you want to get into radio, yeah? Let me say this to you.
Or relaunch my career, should I say.
Right, okay. What, you used to be a broadcaster?
Yeah, I've had experience of pirate radio, best days of my life.
Well, sorry?
Pirate radio, best days of my life.
Okay, you're talking about, we all started on pirate radio. I started on pirate radio.
And that's the whole thing about it. What the people's memories tonight have been about, like the romance of radio.
Yes.
You know, and it's particularly pirate.
Well, let me say this to you.
Yeah.
The way it goes is simply like this. People who are in positions of power to employ a radio broadcaster look for one thing and one thing only. Originality.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's fine. Loads of presenters and DJs try and copy other famous presenters, and they're all trying to be either a Steve Wright.
Yeah, well, you know, if you copy that, then you know, it's Dave Doubledecks.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Copying somebody is the best form of compliment you can make.
Yeah, but
however, no program controller or director is looking for that. They're looking for someone genuine, someone unusual.
Yeah.
And if you want to go into broadcasting, there's only one way you can get into broadcasting nowadays. And maybe Dave might agree with me this or not, I don't know. But
through
one way.
Through determination?
No, through the back door.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Making tea and coffee.
Yeah.
You know,
as I did at hospital radio years ago.
Yeah, same way as I did. That's how I got into broadcasting.
Yeah.
Making tea, doing logging at Capital Radio back in 73. That's how it started for me, and then getting slowly recognised, and then my career, as I've always said on the radio, is thanks to one man and one only, Michael Buck, otherwise known as Michael Barry, the crafty cook of the food. So every time you look at our food and drink program...
You mean it's like a question of reputation building up?
No, it's a question of knowing the right people.
It's a question of being in the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
That is, and there you cannot...
well, of course you hear stories of people being just suddenly, asked to stand in, that sort of thing.
Well, that's exactly what happened to Caesar, really, I think.
That's right.
In a way, we could, without giving any names, there was a guy who lost his job.
Yep.
At an Invicta radio, and we also around what the hell do we do now with these 3 hours? And what about him then? Well, what about him? Well, and Chris was, Caesar was well on it and said...
Who is this Chris bloke? You keep calling me Chris.
Chris the Greek, yeah.
Yes,
so what are we going to do with it? Mike Buck said, give it to Chris the Greek. So we did.
And the rest of it is history.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, if I was to do a demo tape now and send it to a radio station under an assumed name, I would get turned down.
Yeah, it happens to everybody.
I'll tell you that.
Really?
I'm telling you, if I was to do a demo tape as broadcast material.
No, it's like trying to change your direction. I had the same thing with the books.
Yeah.
My first book was turned down by everybody, and then my agent finally said, hey, what if we take the front page off and send it, the title page? And a publisher came back and said, hey, this is really good. Who did it? And he said very proudly, Dave Cash wrote it, and they said, unfortunate, same name as the DJ.
You mean what you're saying is just
amazing, really?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that happened, and you know, it's one of these things that you know, you think to yourself, well, Stephen King did the same thing. You know, he sent a pile of manuscripts to his publisher, and got back with under a false name, and they got rejected, and then he sent the same manuscripts with his name on it, and the same publisher said, this is the greatest thing you've ever written. Oh, it's going to be a billion seller. You know, all this kind of same thing. So most of the time, unfortunately, the people who have to say yes and no are not necessarily in the positions to even judge.
Agreed. All right, Rog.
All right, yeah, cheers. So, yeah, I can get the pressure what you mean. Just basically be yourself. I wasn't too sure I was still on there because I said something but got no response. You mean basically be yourself and just...
yeah, and get lucky.
Yeah, in time.
I think that's the most... And as Chris said, keep tenacity right up front. You know, don't stop. Just go for it.
Tenacity, like, you mean...
Yeah, to get any job you can.
Enthusiasm.
As Caesar said, he was fetching coffee, he was doing this, that, and the other, and I remember the first few bits. Do you want to do this? And he grabbed onto it because that's what he wanted to do.
Exactly.
And when the opportunity presented itself, he was the man standing outside the door, banging on it, saying, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, you have to see the opportunity, and then you have to have the bottle to walk in and say, I can do it.
True, so it's not a question of being able to know how to do it and actually having maybe talent.
Well, you have to do that as well. I mean, that's a prerequisite, really.
Yeah, but I mean, if someone happens to have talent and...
well, when you get in the atmosphere...
I suppose it's very subjective because it's like with acting, you know. You know, there's hundreds and thousands of actors.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, but if you get in within the environment of a radio station and people get along with you and you say, well, let me try this, and you come up and that's not bad. Because I remember when Caesar was part of another show, and we immediately, you know, as soon as we heard him, we said, okay, he's somebody who's got something.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what, because he just started out doing it. We said, he's got something. And as it happened, here he is on a national radio station. How many years later?
Exactly. Personally, I think, as a lot of other people said, so Caesar should. I mean, it all depends on what Caesar wants to do, like, you know. But
goodbye, Roger.
Cheers, thanks.
Thank you. Enough of the embarrassment of taking me back. What other sick ones are on here?
Just about all of them.
Fat-face? Mm-hmm. Okay, line up the callers, please.
What sort?
Any calls, doesn't matter, put them all through as they come.
Including all the really sad people.
Don't push your luck. Don't insult the intelligence of my audience. Do you mind?
Well, one of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Just according to the press, I mean, I must have at least...
two, sorry. So I made a mistake.
At least three, probably. Okay, while we're waiting for that, we got a drunken driver. Whilst I was ill, I was totally amazed. I was taken back when a girl that I have worked with for the last 3 years turns out to be a bloody brilliant singer.
Really?
I'm talking about Jane. I mean, I was surprised. I didn't even know she could sing. She doesn't write her own... In fact, I'll tell you what she does. Do you write your own songs? Oh, sorry, get on the mic then.
Yeah, sometimes, I've got loads of bits of paper which I've written songs.
What sort of songs do you sing?
I like the old style songs, which...
The doo-wops?
Yeah, the
do that, I'll tell you what. Listen, just do it for me, will you? I just want you to do that. Don't be embarrassed. I'm your boss now, and I'm not Ronnie Barber. Just give me a little bit of, a bit of song, please. I'm giving you some echo here. I'll just give you some echo. Anything you like. Talk to me a minute.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Thank you. 3, 4. National Radio, 1, 2, 1, 3.
Original stuff.
Yeah, original, yeah. Okay, give me some.
What would you like me to sing?
Do the Fever, the proper one.
Can you click your hands in?
Sure.
You never know how much I love you. You never know how much I care. But when I put my arms around you, I get a fever everywhere. You give me fever.
Not kidding, is it?
No, you could sing.
Wow, what are you doing this job?
Yeah, why aren't you singing a record?
I wish I could.
Well, I think you might do after
listen,
tonight.
let me tell you something. Well, more than that, I think that I may even back you. I really do believe in your voice.
Can I be the next Sonia?
Sonia. Don't push your luck. Janice in Norfolk, hello.
Hello.
Can you believe she just said that?
She's good, isn't she?
Yeah. She's very good. I can't believe how good she is.
Yeah.
I might end up losing her.
Yeah, it could be.
Might be another band record producer somewhere thinking, hello, I've got another one, take this. Now then, this is what we've been waiting for.
Are you going to play it now?
Yeah. Kenny Everett, the world's worst record show. Pain can be fun.
And this is going to be painful, Caesar.
Is it really that?
Yeah.
I've not heard it, so I don't know what... It's not rude, is it?
No, it's not rude. It's just... okay, just play it.
How gentle is the rain that falls softly on the meadow. Birds high up in the trees serenade the flowers with the melody. Oh, 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 see, there beyond the hill.
That is so sad.
Isn't that weird?
That is so sad. That's Mrs. Miller singing the Lover's Concerto. This is real radio, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, this is I Want My Baby Back.
Yeah.
You were never a good disc jockey when it came to...
I never was. I've always been a
vinyl.
show.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
You never...
Problem is, it's a green vinyl and I can't see a bloody thing on it. That's the problem. 1, 2, 3. Track 3 is paralysed.
Oh, news. Excuse me.
What?
News?
What about it?
1 o'clock?
Yeah, forget it.
How come we got such a low level?
It's the way it is because it's not mono.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't...
That's disgusting, isn't it?
I mean, is that supposed to be... Somebody actually... We call them the West Records, but in fact, people seriously release these.
Well, I don't know what track it is, but try the deal.
There it is. That was good, wasn't it? I told you I never was a good disc jockey.
Did you get it at the end?
Is this it?
Tooling down the highway to
No, this is Nervous Norris and Confusion.
and I'm feeling fine.
It's what? Oh, Transfusion.
Transfusion, yeah.
Red stop sign.
Okay.
He's the room. Oh, that sounds like it.
This is it,
Yeah.
Here it comes. This is the deal, is it?
This is Pat Campbell, yeah.
Is this guy American or British?
This guy's British. He used to be a DJ on Luxembourg.
Midnight when we arrived at the hospital. The doctor was waiting at the door, and they carried my sweet wife to a delivery room. And I was left alone to walk the waiting room floor.
You know it's going to come, don't you?
Yeah.
And like all first-time fathers, I guess I was nervous, for my long-awaited son was about to arrive in this world. Now, I know I never asked for very much, Lord, but if I could make you a deal, well, I guess you know what it would be. Let them both live their lives, and if you gotta take one, please let it be me. And then somehow I got to feeling a little better, and I hurried back down the hall. The doctor wasn't there.
Neither was the wife.
Why? My legs gave way, and suddenly I began to fall. What was wrong, I wondered. Why was I lying there on the floor? Gosh, it seemed like an eternity until I looked up and I saw the doctor come running through the door. Well, he's bending over me now, and his eyes tell me that soon my life will be gone. And the only thing I can think of is that now he'll have to make that decision alone. But then he turns to his nurse and he says, it's too bad he won't know of the miracle that's happened, and that somehow they're both going to be all right.
Really?
Do me a favour!
Bad he don't know of the deal I made with my God.
No!
Yes. Oh, yes.
Please! Piss off! Get off! No, that is so sick!
Isn't it?
Is this for real? I mean,
yeah.
these people. Is there another one like that, I wonder?
Oh, they're all like that, believe me.
Lovely and warm, an angel colored girl. Last night I fell in love with Laurie. Strange things
Let's sing together now.
in this world.
This world.
Come on, Jay, we need a soprano.
Birthday.
Lovely.
I pulled her close and said, will I see you anymore?
Oh, get off. I'm sorry.
Oh, we were all ready for the next bit.
I'm sorry, but I've got to listen to Why Am I Living?
Oh, yeah.
Because if this is suicidal, I will top myself live on the air. Hang on. I'm telling you. I will do it. Why am I living? Some Red Indians around here, huh?
Why am I living? Well, I couldn't tell you.
Shoot up.
And if you ask me,
Oh, it's too sad, isn't it?
do I want loving?
Do I want loving?
Well, I wouldn't mind
I bet you wouldn't.
it. Where do you find it?
Yes?
Yeah, I think we'll give that...
Yeah, so I think we'll forget that one. Yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing. I'm trying to get over these records.
I mean, I would love to hear from anybody who might have access to some real sad records.
Yeah.
And I
Remind me.
saw a record cover once, right, of Red Sovine's greatest hit.
Yes.
Right, and it was an LP cover, and it was him standing, right, against this stool, singing into a microphone, right?
Yeah.
Only on the picture, there was no lead coming from the microphone.
That says it all. The shifting, whispering sound.
Oh, the shifting, whispering sounds are quite good. Who was that by?
Eamon Andrews.
Oh, it's Eamon, yes. Oh, yeah. Now, this was a hit in America by that very old guy, Gabby Hayes, he used to be, or whatever his name was, Walter something. Yeah. Walter Brennan. Walter Brennan had a hit with it. And over here, because a lot of things were covered over here, they got Eamon Andrews to do it, and it's hysterical.
Is it? I've got it.
Oh, yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm. All good children
1,
go
2,
to heaven.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I didn't put in a thumb.
No.
No. Right.
What?
That's it.
Finally, I could...
Oh,
yes.
For days and weeks, I wandered aimlessly in this valley, seeking answers to the many questions that raced through my confused mind. Where was everyone? Why the white bones, the dry wells, this barren valley where people had lived and died?
And died.
I could go no further.
Right.
My food
Thanks,
and
Eamon.
water gone.
Yes, don't call us, we'll call you.
Oh, this is getting more depressing than Kenny's story.
It's brilliant. Oh, this is like that Danny Miller record, do you remember? I remember Elvis Presley. Do you ever remember that record? If I ever met that guy, I'll slap him in the face with a wet packet of pop. I really hate him, I'll tell you. It's all about Elvis Presley.
Oh, like the 3 stars in heaven business. Yeah. Can I go to the loo again while this is on?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's just hear a bit. Yeah, come on. What's the start for? What?
Oh, Caesar,
oh, please, no, that's enough. I can't handle any more.
You've got to have some callers that are going to be...
Lana.
Yes.
I'm sorry, love.
That's all right.
I mean, I don't know if you felt sick, but I apologise. Way it was.
Yeah.
But apparently he has been inundated, because you know the Americans out there?
Yeah.
I mean, they're all into the internet and emailing. Apparently he's still, even today, getting up to 100 emails a day. It shows how popular he is and how many people listen to him.
Yeah.
Telling him how fantastic it was to hear the British point of view and you know how absolutely great it was.
Yeah,
and everybody's really enjoyed themselves.
It was great communication. It was superb. Just one other thing. You also
you know Wolfman Jack, didn't you?
Who?
Have you heard of Wolfman Jack?
Wolfman Jack,
the big-time American radio presenter.
Yeah.
He used to appear in most of the films. I don't know if you remember, what was it called? American Graffiti. Did you ever see that film?
Yes, I saw that, yeah.
Do you remember the DJ? They went, this is American Wolfman Jack.
Yeah.
He died today, sadly.
Yeah.
He died at the age of 15-3, I think it was.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah. Just one other thing. You also talked to a professor, and he was going to Egypt, and he was talking about the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yes. I'm waiting for him to contact me as soon as he goes back.
Fascinating, that is.
I'll tell you what, that could change.
Blow the world apart, that could.
I'll tell you what, if that is true, for those of you that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, there are 12 scrolls.
10, isn't it?
No, sorry, 10 scrolls. Only one has been looked at. The other
9 are in the Vatican.
That's right. And
they won't allow the world to see them.
And if they do, they suggest that it proves that religion doesn't exist.
And I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it'd blow the world apart. That will.
Can you imagine it?
Yeah. Oh,
my God.
Christianity will be dead overnight.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we'll soon find out.
Yeah, okay, Caesar, thanks very much, mate.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, bye.
I'd hate to be the person responsible in this country. You know, I'd hate to be responsible to blow religion out of the water if they do exist. You see, there are 10 of these scrolls, and according to the professor that I was speaking to, I don't know if you heard the show 4 weeks ago, he suggests that one of those scrolls, hang on, my bird's running out of water. Okay, so tip that away. He suggests that there's a possibility, the reason why we haven't seen the other 9 scrolls is because it proves that Jesus Christ never existed. Christianity is a myth. My God. Dave is in Leeds.
Hi there, Caesar.
Yeah, hi Dave.
The Hard Gardens.
Yeah, what about them?
I don't know.
Well, I was just going to find out. Hang on a minute. Bogey, can we have the mics on in out of the studio, please?
Yes, what?
Okay, can you tell me? Give me your, what did you have?
My one is nice. It's like, you know what you get in, it's beef and, what is it?
Beef and vegetables, isn't it?
Beef and vegetables and gravy. Yeah. And it's like the stuff you get in pies and stuff. It's alright.
Is it really nice?
Yeah, I like it.
Does it taste nice?
I haven't tasted the others. They've all came in...
Oh, so popular, oh, so not friendly, the boogie show is structured for the people. If you wish to take the chair, we must stop you there. The boogie show is run by just one man. Aye!
There you go. Thank you, man.
Can I just say something else?
Yes, sure, of course.
You were saying, and I would agree with you, that you should be original if you want to get into radio.
Agreed.
But I would say now that program controllers aren't actually looking for that. Or they're not employing people who are original, they're employing people who are bland and don't upset people and don't say anything like it.
Don't we know that?
In London.
Don't I know that?
Not everywhere, though, me old son.
Well, maybe not. In the north, it's certainly... Everyone sounds the same. They play the same computerized playlist, and
well, you're talking music radio here, aren't you?
Well, generally.
Yeah, I mean, the music radio has taken a turn that way over the last few years. But being that we are always 5 or 6 years behind America, they tried it in America about 3 years ago, and they had to revert back rather rapidly.
Very quickly.
I wish they would. Because
I'll tell you a true story. In fact, Dave, I think you were there. My program controller there tried to put me on a computer, so that all the music I played was picked by a computer. I mean, God bless his soul, I think he's doing something else somewhere else now. I'm not sure what he's doing, actually. But I actually
head of Radio 1.
Yeah, probably. I actually resigned. I would not play. I mean, I'm not one of these people that put my feet on the ground and say, right, you do things my way, I don't do them at all. I tried it. And do you remember the Lockerbie disaster? I was on between 9 and 1 in the morning. And at 9 o'clock, bang on the button, the news came on about the Lockerbie disaster. And the first record after the news on my computer was Leaving on a Jet Plane followed by Tragedy.
Yeah.
And I refused to play them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I got into so much serious trouble over it, I just decided I'm going to quit. And I found out a lot of radio stations in this country suddenly have taken the personality out of the radio presenters, and it's all music, and those stations never work.
Well, isn't it true that radio has been run by marketing men and financiers and not people?
Well, radio, Phil, is a business, and it's a business to survive, and it has to sell advertising space in which to survive ILR stations.
But then so did Radio London, and it still had Kenny Everett, who was...
Yeah, we were illegal to start with.
It can be done, though, surely. It can be done.
Yes, well, it was done in Capitol and still is done there, and to a certain extent, I think Radio 1 will always keep the personality in, but there are smaller stations... Well, I don't know. That's a matter of debate, another debate somewhere. Yeah. But also there is enough, there's so many radio stations, especially in the London area, that they're trying to market out little niches. And of course, if you go and pay... And let's throw a figure in the air. Say you pay £50,000 to a personality jock to present your show for you. Yeah. And he does a good job. Okay, and you get a certain amount of increase in your audience. So they figure it's not worth it anymore because they can get some guy for $15,000 who will do the same lines day in and day out, and they don't cause them any trouble. And so that's the kind of theory behind that type of radio. It's radio, Jim, but not as we know it. There you are, Phil. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers, buddy. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Who do you think posted this, Dan? Look, I have launched a new website about me with all the jingles and more available for download. Please give it 24 hours from now for it to be up and running. Yeah. The address is, and then you can guess what the address is, because you can guess who's written it, really, can't you?
Yeah.
I've launched a new website all about me.
www.peterflynn.co.
No, pack it in. It's you, isn't it? GEEZER.co.uk. Now, hold on.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
One minute.
Yeah, go on.
I've got the control of the microphone. May I just point out that I was listening, I was reading all those people on Digital Spy, and a lot of them were complimenting me on the jingle, and I thought, sorry, what I'll do is I'll build a website, put all my jingles on the website, so that they can download them.
I know.
So I was doing it for the audience,
yeah,
for the
you
listeners.
were. I'm not suggesting otherwise.
No, because
but listen.
And also, have you been on my webpage?
I'll click on it now, because it's blue. Listen.
Yeah.
You have an identity crisis, though. Are you the geezer? Are you the boogeyman? Are you both?
I'm both.
Well, are you both for the URL?
I'm both. I'm
really?
Caesar the Geezer.
Oh, so if I put in Caesar the Boogeyman, I get Caesar the Geezer. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm liking that.
There's only one Caesar the Geezer.
Who's that, then?
I don't know. Never heard of him. But no, there's only one. If you look on there...
No, I've clicked on it, but it hasn't come up yet.
Big.
Oh, it says something like, the person who owns this site owes us lots of money. It won't be back up and running until he's paid.
Don't think so.
Yeah, that's what it says.
No, I don't think so. It'll come up with a big screen. It's your internet, which is obviously very slow.
It is very slow. Well, you know why it's slow. It's all these phone calls and everything all coming in for you. I mean...
For those of you at home, it is an actual fact. It's www.Caesar. Caesar's got to be spelt right. CAESAR. TheGeezer.co.uk.
Oh, do you get that funny site? You know, the one you used to get?
Yeah.
Where you put your credit card
I'm trying
in?
to be serious.
Sorry, go on.
I'm going to come over there and slap you so hard in a minute. Because I read some of the...
I love it.
Because I know you do. Because I read some of those comments that were written on there, especially by this Scottish git. I'm sorry I keep referring to him. Because
you know he's from Scotland?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because his name's on there, it tells you.
Oh, let's have a look.
He called me a thieving... something.
Oh, yes.
And that was out of order.
Yeah.
So I had to put on my website the reasons why. You'll see it. One of the reasons as to why... See, I've never been sacked twice.
Sorry, Caesar. I keep coughing because I haven't got my cup of tea.
I know that.
Yeah.
Jason just kept looking at me when I said that. You can see he was in delay. When I was just Scottish git, he turned around and gave me a filthy look. 20 seconds after I said it.
Is that mine?
Yeah. Stop calling him a Scottish git.
I never did. Hold on.
What?
Yeah. What's this? Now on the radio, Friday and Saturday evenings and Saturday and Sunday afternoons?
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with Sunday nights then?
It's on there. SFM. Go to my career.
He's not mentioned us. He's left us out, Dan. It's like he's airbrushed us off of his... Yeah, he's airbrushed us off.
Section of you.
Look, he's airbrushed Sunday nights off of here, Jason.
When was that photo taken? 1955?
Whenever did you look like that?
You see what I mean about Scottish kids?
Yeah. He's horrible,
I
isn't
hate
he?
the Scots.
That's nice.
Is that the good side?
That is the good side.
I hate the Scots.
No, I think that picture's upside down, actually. Sorry.
There is a link to SFM Radio.
Is there?
Scots.
Click on Enter Site.
Yeah, enter site,
And then
but
the
we should be
bottom one.
there right at the front. Oh, it says my virtual memory minimum is too low.
See? Yeah, I've got to go at 11 tonight.
Part-timer.
Isn't he?
What do you mean part-time?
Well, I'm glad you've mentioned it, otherwise people might think you've been sacked.
No, I'm...
Well, you know, you used to disappear from radio stations. You say, we'll be back after this break, and then the break would come on and say, we have an announcement here to make. and then it...
Caesar the geezer is
no longer in our employ.
I'm not worried.
I was at Talk Radio when they got rid of you.
Were you?
Yeah, you know I was.
Yeah,
I was
of course you
working
was.
on
Yeah,
that other
Nick
programme,
Miller.
and we had a script to read.
Did you?
Any callers that rang up, we had a script.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it said, but it was something like, Caesar decided, you know, to leave on his terms, and it was all amicable, and
What a
we
load
had
of
all
old
this
crap
full,
that was.
yeah, we had all this full script to read out.
What a lot of old crap that was. The real truth is on my website.
SFM.
Yes! 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 No. Sorry. Stop. That was Michael Jackson, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, beat it.
Did you put that on?
Yeah, well, it was in there, yeah.
Did you?
Not JLS.
Did you put it on?
Yes.
You did?
I did.
It's all right for you. Oh, yeah, it's starting again. Look. Yes. 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 No. Right, anyway, so where we go? I'm not having it.
Okay.
You do not put Michael Jackson on this show. You do not put Michael Jackson. You know what my feelings are toward Michael Jackson?
What?
Not you as well.
I love him. These days. Capital says, play JLS my bankrupt SFM with royalty payments. Can we please balance the books by playing karaoke classic Glenn Campbell like a well-hung cowboy?
I actually like that song.
Is that what, like
I do actually like that song.
Like a well-hung plowboy. Well, that one?
Yeah, I quite like that, yeah.
Have we got it?
Yes.
No.
It's not called that.
Haven't it?
No.
What's it called then?
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
No.
Yeah. There's been a load of compromising. On the road to my horizon. But I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me.
Like the Brooktown Mountain.
What? I think it's supposed to be Brokeback.
Brokeback Mountain. Brokeback Mountain. What did you call it?
Like a brook mountain.
It's like the foreign dub version.
Yeah.
I can't say it.
It's the Dutch version. Actually, can I just quickly tell you a quick story? Yeah, you know the Hollies? Yeah, He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother.
Yes.
Yeah, the Dutch station played it and the DJ said, all the Hollies and He Ain't Heavy, He's My Mother. Yeah. True story.
Oh, Big Steve. Bring back some memories. Rodney the Gould, who's in Prescott in Arizona in the United States of America. Just wanted to make you feel at home.
Although he probably thought that our American accents weren't particularly good.
Well, he hasn't responded, so I'm not sure if he's still listening or not.
Might have upset him. It might have upset him.
Yeah, it might have done.
Yeah. Still, it was better than your Scots accent, I suppose.
Probably thought those damn limeys. Who the hell do they think they are, man? I love Americans.
Do you know what?
I always they're my favourite people are Americans.
I've got to tell you an honest thing here. Yeah,
Are they
Americans.
coming in here, them? Are they coming in here, them
No,
Maltesers?
no, I'm not.
You just keep licking the windows. Carry on, you were saying? Don't forget this. Oh, sorry, look.
Americans.
Yeah, I love Americans.
You said that.
Do you know why I love Americans?
Well, hold on. Oh, go on then.
No, go on.
No, go on, you go
No,
first.
you first. What were you
No, I
going
was
to
going to
say?
say, Americans used to really annoy me.
Why?
Well, let me finish. in London, because you see Americans, oh, it's great. The city's so small, so dinky. You know, talking about London and things. And I used to go, oh, whatever. And then, listen. Yeah. And then when I went to America and I met American people, they're lovely. They're most hospitable people in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love them to bits.
Never forget the day when I was at, where was I? I was in London, Leicester Square.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an American couple that I was lumbered with. And I had to show them the ropes for Richard Park. Mm-hmm. And I had to drive the company's car. Oh, yeah, I took him to Buckingham Palace.
All right.
And this American, he was some rich, wealthy guy. And I said, this is Buckingham Palace, this is where the Queen lives. My God, he says, man, that's a small place. He said, our president lives in a place 10 times the size of that, man.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing that I used to think.
It.
Yeah.
And then I took him out, I said, red buses. I said, what? So these are red buses, London Transport buses, very famous. Man, this is back in the States, says our buses are 5 times the size of that, man. I thought, oh, yeah, jolly good.
Yeah.
Then I took him out for some lunch. And I took him to a nice restaurant. Roast potatoes, traditional beef. And he's picked up potatoes. He's gone, what's this? He said, that is the famous British new potato. He said, man, he says, in America, he says, we grow them 10 times the size of that, man. I said, yeah, but here we fit them to fit our mouths. Shut him up. Shut him up for the rest of the day. What happened to Rodney the Ghoul? Are you still there, Rodney? What happened to you, man?
What happened to my Maltesers?
I'm getting some right stroppy, silly messages on here, I'll tell you. Yeah.
We had a tranche of Radio 4 listeners join us this week who are looking for a kind of highbrow kind of part of the programme. So I just wanted to get a bit highbrow on your show, Caesar, because I knew you wouldn't mind.
They wouldn't be listening to my show.
I wanted to ask you about your thoughts on the Treasury Select Committee this week, talking about the LIBOR rate and the fact that it was artificially inflated. To make the interbank rates extremely high unnecessarily when they should have actually been less than. But Caesar, I thought you wanted a bit of highbrowness.
Pardon? I don't know what the hell you're bloody talking about.
Highbrowness added to the show.
No, thanks.
No?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Give it to somebody else's show.
All right.
This show is for real people.
Okay.
People that are down to earth.
Real radio.
Real radio.
For real people.
For real people.
We worked at a station whose tagline was real radio for real people.
That's
do you remember?
I do remember. So all that crap that they listen to on Radio 4, they can stick to it.
Radio 4 is very good. No, I won't have you say anything about Radio 4.
Pardon?
No, you can talk about any other radio station, but not Radio 4.
Why?
Radio 4's great.
Says who?
It is.
They're all posh people on there.
Oh.
Come on,
here
let's
you
be
go.
honest.
You see, you can't see past that class
I had one
distinction,
stupid person from Radio 4 called me and she said to me, listen, I've just had a B-day put in.
Yeah.
I said, what?
A B-day?
She went a B-day.
Yeah.
I said, what's that? She said, it's a little bowl that's by the side of the toilet that when you beat to the toilet, you sit on it and water shoots up your bum.
Yeah.
I said, I've had a B-day for years. But I used to call it a sponge. I don't understand what it is, same bloody thing.
I thought you thought a B-day was an abbreviation or text slang for a birthday.
No.
B-day.
No.
Yeah.
We are funny, aren't we? Chemicals, you wait.
Do you know, you break everything. On a Monday, Dan spends most of Monday fixing things that you've broken in this studio.
I haven't broken a thing.
He's broken the email. He broke the telephone, didn't he?
Excuse me, I just need to speak a bit of English. Hang on. See you, Jimmy. Huck Avenue. Could I have another glass, please? How's that bit of Scottish?
Who's that aimed at then?
Jason.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's your pathetic attempt at a Scottish accent.
Huck Avenue. See you, Jimmy. That's a great Scottish accent. Of course
really?
It is.
Yeah. Just because he's out in the office, you think he can't
hear? He's standing behind you with both his hands on your shoulders. I don't know what he's doing.
How would you describe that gut?
What's he doing?
Oh, guts. He's described that. Oh,
that was
easy.
me telling him up to
easy.
now. What did you just say?
That's a very good Scottish accent, by the way. Loved it.
Thank you very much. Had he said
something about a gut.
Had he said anything different, I can tell you now, it'd be hard to eat Scotch teeth. Scotch teeth. It'd be hard to eat anything without any teeth. Do you know what? You made the best lemonade.
Oh, the best lemonade.
James Whaley's on LBC.
Oh, we don't talk about him. I remember that night in Dionysus, the kebab shop.
Yeah.
Did he ever take you to Dionysus? You know, around the corner,
I used to have all the time.
We went in there and it was all really nice. We were all having a laugh and everything. James Wow is in there.
Yeah.
Wow, you can imagine. Well, it got really nasty. It's like the time I had to pull him off of what's his face? What was his name at Capitol?
Jonathan Pierce.
Yeah, who's on the BBC now. You know, the sports commentator.
Yeah.
Christmas party and the calf above the gaff above the calf.
The radio station was upstairs and we had a cafeteria downstairs.
Okay.
And that was me being joyful as I was, wasn't I? I never started it, did I?
No, you didn't.
He started it.
What happened? Did you start smashing plates on each other?
Seriously, we're talking real. It's not a wind-up. We're talking real here.
So what happened?
It got very nasty, it did. I had to get in between them.
Yeah.
If it had been anyone of a slender figure, I don't know what would have happened to him, but I managed to diffuse the situation,
I was
shall
going
we
to
say.
grab him by the throat and rip his throat out.
And that Dave Clark, do you remember Dave Clark?
Yeah.
He's on Sky now, and Dave Clark.
he's a
no,
Sky.
not him, not with the 5, not Dave Clark 5.
No, Dave, that's right, yeah. Cool, there was some stories here. Who else was it? Did you hear about the 2 gay judges? They tried each other. What about the 2 gay ghosts? Trying to put the willies up each other.
That's wrong. That's just wrong.
Honestly.
I have to be honest with you, I love talking controversy.
Yeah, but you were distracting us from the topic of the hot topic of the day, the real hot topic of the day, which was the start jump challenge.
I couldn't do that with my back. You know I couldn't do that with my back. You know, they were laughing and joking about it. And I thought, no, you're wrong. You should be doing this. Have your gay pride. And some of them really look nice, you know, the way they're dressed up. Then some of those girls who were blokes, they could turn me. I have to be honest. They were good-looking girls on there, but they were fellas. I'll never forget Candy Dubarry. Do you know, have you ever heard the name of Candy Dubarry?
What is it, drag act?
I'm going to tell you the gospel truth. May God strike me down dead if I'm lying. I used to do a place called the Van Dam Bar.
I mentioned it earlier.
What?
I mentioned the Van Dam Bar earlier.
Yeah.
I said, was that when you were working at the Van Dam Bar?
In Croydon.
When I met you?
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. No, I don't know if this is going to sound weird. I don't even know if I should be saying this, but I'm going to mention it.
Well, Dan's gone to sleep, so...
Yeah, so going back to Candy Dubarry, the most attractive woman I've ever seen in my entire life was standing at the bar wearing a short rib. She was all in red. Don't forget it.
This is in the Van Dam Bar.
The Van Dam Bar.
Yeah.
And all I could see was the back. And I'm telling you, it was a figure to die for. She was slim. She had the perfect figure. And I looked as I come down the stairs, I'm going, my God, she's gorgeous.
So everything you're not, yeah?
Yes, all right. Okay, there's just no need to push it too far. There's no need to push it too far. And I've gone down there and I thought, hey, so I've ignored. I've got up on the stage, got me on the bar, up the stage, got me records out, sorted me records out, and I've looked down, I've glanced, blonde hair, beautiful, beautiful face, absolutely gorgeous. We were doing a special hen night, special hen show that day, where it involved 2 strippers, female strippers, and a comic drag act. This Candy Dubarry was the comic drag act, and I didn't know, and I swear to you, I swear almighty God, I said to one of the barmaids, get the number for me, I'm interested. And it turned out, and then he's come up on the stage, he wrecked me, he took the piss out, he took the mickey out of me, something terrible. So I said, Mickey, you didn't dump that, did you?
Not yet.
Don't need to. And he took the mickey out of me, but I swear to you, now I know why people can go gay. Because there are some very, very attractive men when they're dressed up as women.
Yeah, but they're not going to be attracted to them because they look like women. So
yeah, they are. Yeah, people go by looks, you know. I'll tell you something, what the biggest growing thing, the biggest growing sex at the moment, well, the biggest growing, this is going to sound terrible coming from me, but the biggest growing sex interest at the moment is women with willies.
Am I wrong or right, Brutus?
Well, you used to talk about it at length, if you pardon the pun.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I know.
It's going to break a rib.
God, I've not seen him laugh like that
for years. My mouth's gone dry. I can't talk that more because of music. That was the hint. Weena! How are you, Weena, my darling? Have you... What?
What are you saying to her?
My girlfriend's Chinese.
Yeah, what are you saying to her?
Would you like to know?
Yeah, I've got a good idea.
When you get home tonight, you're in for a good time, boy, I'll tell you.
Have you set it up for him,
I've
right?
set it up for him, yeah. What's the matter? You don't know I can speak Chinese. I'm very good at Chinese.
I can see.
I go to Chinese restaurants.
But she's not Chinese.
Oh, is she?
No.
Oh, my God.
She's
Where's she from?
Thailand.
Oh, Thailand. See? You know how to speak that as well.
Are you multilingual?
Mate, I can speak 11 foreign languages.
But one of them isn't English.
No, one of them is the only one is English. The others I don't bloody understand what I'm saying.
On that programme, they eat testicle quite often, don't they?
Absolutely. But have you eaten sheep's testicles?
No.
I have.
Have you?
Honestly, I'm not lying to you.
I'll tell you what, once...
Eyeballs?
You made me eat, like, a cow's testicle.
Yes, I did.
Which is like a Greek thing, isn't
Correct,
it? What's it called? The Greek...
It's
It was quite nice, actually. It was in that restaurant opposite Euston Tower.
And, listen to this, in Korea, ants, bugs. Talk about bugs.
Yeah, it was perfectly timed.
It was bugs. I mean, bugs that actually.
Well, they're quite
deep fry them.
Yeah, they're supposed to be quite nice.
And they are nice.
Yeah, it tastes like nuts.
Yeah,
you know, like
amazing. But you see, we take things like that for granted over here. I am not a happy man.
Why not?
And I'll tell you exactly what. On my way down here tonight, got pulled over by the police.
No. Again?
Traffic cop.
What are they saying this time?
Oh, you wouldn't believe how cocky this copper was. Pulled me over.
Yeah.
And I said, what have I done? He said, you were speeding. I said, oh, was I? He went, you were doing 90 miles an hour in a 70 mile an hour speed limit.
Okay.
I said,
right.
Was I? He said, have you got a driving licence? I went, nope. Don't have a driving licence. He would beg your pardon. I said, I don't have a driving licence. And then he looked at me and said, have you got insurance for the car? I went, what's that? I said, insurance? I don't have anything like insurance. What are you talking about, insurance? Now he's getting really cocky now. And he said, look, excuse me. I said, are you sure I was speeding? He said, listen, excuse me, don't talk while I'm talking. Really cocky git it was.
Oh, yeah.
He said, have you got registration documents for this car? I went, no, I nicked it. I said, and the person who owns this vehicle, I chopped him up and I stuck him in the boot of the car. Well, he was on his own and he panicked when I said that and he called for backup. Within a minute, I'm not kidding you, Brutus, within a minute, my car was surrounded by police cars.
By police, yeah.
Oh, loads of them.
I've been with you when that's happened before now.
And an inspector comes straight out. And
the inspector came?
Inspector, yeah.
All right.
Whispered to this copper.
Okay.
And this inspector, I'm standing there smoking a cigarette, and the copper's come up to me, this inspector. He said, excuse me, sir, do you have a driving licence? I said, yes, Inspector, I do have a driving licence. Went into my wallet, and I produced my driving licence. And he looked at the other copper, this inspector, and then he's looked at me. He said, have you got insurance documents? I said, by all means. I said, Inspector, in my glove box. And I opened the glove box and I showed him my insurance documents. And he looked at this copper and he's looked at me and I thought, what's going on here? And I went, he said, do you have the registration documents of this vehicle? I said to him, funny you should say that, but I've just had the car MOT'd. Yeah, that's in the glove compartment, and my logbook. And I pulled out my logbook, so I've just had it taxed as well. And this inspector is giving this evil eye to this copper. And this copper just did not know what to say. And then the inspector said to me, do you mind if I have a look in the boot of your car?
Thinking there'd be the chopped up
Do you know
body.
what? I said, of course you can. And I went to the back and I opened it. There was nothing in there, spare wheel. I said, there you go. And then he's looked at this copper and he's looked at me and I turned around and I said, Inspector, I bet that line get told you I was speeding as well. On your way, sir, on your way. That is the way to sort them out. Everybody moans about Chinese restaurants. Right?
Where's this going?
And Indian restaurants. Now, let me tell you something. This is a really true fact. Have you ever eaten dog?
No.
Have you ever eaten cat?
No.
I have.
Nice.
And I'll tell you now, dog and cat actually taste very much like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken, though. Calamari tastes like chicken.
No, calamari doesn't taste like chicken.
It does.
Calamari is fish.
Calamari?
Yeah, what is it?
It's squid.
Squid?
Yes.
Yeah, well done.
Full of that.
So how the hell can that taste like a chicken if it's a squid?
Everything tastes like chicken.
That's too rubbery.
No. Hello? In certain parts of the world, a dog is actually a delicatessen.
A delicacy, you mean? A delicatessen.
Well, you know what I mean.
What's a little number come out of it, you know, and you queue it up. I'm queuing up at the delicatessen on number 32.
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. It's a delicacy. Now, actually, no, I mean, I'm not joking aside. Have you ever had monkey's brain?
No.
Fantastic.
Do you know, there's not much call in Sitting Bull.
That's probably why most of them are walking around without any. I'm trying to educate you two.
Right.
All right, you're sitting there laughing.
Where is it? Is it Korea or somewhere that they eat dog, isn't it?
South Korea, they eat dog.
yeah.
Africa, they eat dog. Rats, they eat rats, mice. What?
That Italian bloke.
Yeah, that's right.
What, Gino De Campos? Yeah. He cooked up a nice little kind of ratatouille or whatever.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
It was actually
They
very
all
nice.
enjoyed it, but they got told off.
Why?
By the RSPCA, the Australian RSPCA, nothing to do with
What
ours.
do they know?
Well, you know.
What do they know? They eat kangaroos out there. What do they know?
Right. My favourite show on Capital, and I'm going back to Euston Tower, was when you had the late, great Jeremy Beadle in.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what a fantastic man. I've got to say that seriously, you know, I'm not going to go on, but I have met many famous people, and he was definitely the nicest person. He had such... he was great.
Not to mention intelligent.
Totally intelligent and totally brilliant. I mean, really, his career on television, you know, some people might say was a bit tacky or whatever.
No,
you know.
no, not at all.
Well, but he was different, as you say. He was really intelligent, and he played a bit of the fool on telly, really, didn't he? But he wasn't like that. He was a really nice guy.
I mean, I never forget the day, because we used to work together at Talk Radio as well, because he used to do a show.
I know, he was great on the radio.
Fantastic.
He was.
Knowledge, full of knowledge. And then he called me at home one day and he went, Caesar, how do you fancy doing your own TV show? And I thought, you're winding me up. He went, no, I'm serious. How do you fancy doing your own TV show, a live show, every Friday night? I went, yeah. Who? BBC One, ITV, Channel 4? He went, no, the Fantasy Channel.
Yeah, and I went to one of your screens.
I'm trying to look for a little puppy dog.
Oh, are you? You ever tried
my daughter wants a teacup Yorkshire Terrier.
Go to Battersea Dog Zone.
No, I want a puppy.
Yeah, you can get
puppies
puppy.
at Battersea Dog Zone.
Get a puppy.
Yeah, but it's got to be a teacup Yorkshire Terrier.
Well, ring them up. They might have one.
Yeah, they might. I met my wife at Battersea Dog Zone. That doesn't sound right, does it? No, I met her. I actually met her there. My wife, I met her at Battersea Dog Zone.
Is this a joke?
Did you?
No, it's the truth. I met her. That's why I met her.
Which one?
Debbie.
I
bumped into her at Battersea Dog Zone.
What, was she getting a dog or was
she was looking
working
around.
there?
She was looking around, so I was like... I'll see you later, Randy.
Bye.
Bye. God, dear. I bet Mandy would like me to come round and give her a kofta kebab.
Do you reckon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. We seen that big now. Oh, did I ever tell you about the frog?
No.
Oh!
Go on, what about
you
the
know
frog?
Oh, you don't know about it?
No, go on, tell me.
About this bloke. Got a 25-inch willy.
Oh dear. I'm glad I'm back.
Have you not heard it?
No.
Yeah, it's a good joke.
Yeah, go on.
It's a bloke with 25-inch willy, and he's got complained to his doctor. He says, "Doctor, this is too big." He said, "There's nothing I can do." He said, "In fact, the only thing I can suggest you do is go and see this witch up the mountains. And this witch up the mountains should be able to help you." So he goes all the way up to the mountain. He goes and sees this witch. She said, "Witch, you need to help me. I've got a 25-inch willy. And it's too big." She said, "Well, there's nothing I can do. The only thing I can suggest you do is you go down the woods and you see a frog and ask the frog to marry you. If he says no, 5 inches will come off it." He went, "No, really?" He went, "Honestly, 5 inches will come off it." So he goes down to the woods and he finds this frog and says, "Excuse me, Mr. Frog, will you marry me?" And the frog went, "No." And he's looked down at it. My God, 5 inches has gone. He thought, "Now, 20 inches? Nah, too much. Mr. Frog, will you please marry me?" And the frog's looked at him and he's gone, "No." And another 5 inches comes off.
Boy, Jason.
He's got 15 inches now. So the bloke's gone, "I could live with 10 inches. So he's gone to the frog, "Mr. Frog, will you marry me?" And the frog's going, "No, no, no."
Very good.
Oh, you know that. Oh, one piece at a time. Can I tell you how doner kebab is made now?
Well, if you...
After we've eaten it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Tell me after I've eaten it.
You don't want me to tell you. If I tell you after you've eaten it, you'll be sick.
Oh, don't.
So I need to forewarn you. No. In
No.
actual fact, it's nothing harmful. It is actually nothing harmful. What it is, a doner kebab is made by all different types of meat: pork, lamb, beef.
What? So it's not lamb?
No, of course it's not lamb. It's all mixed. It's a mixture of fat. It's all the fatty waste that they cut off at the butchers.
What?
All the fatty waste.
No.
And they pile it all into a machine.
It's
and
the
they
finest meat.
And they mince meat it. Then they put breadcrumbs into it, mix it in with breadcrumbs, and they put it up on this machine, and then they patter it in so it forms that little round circle, and then it's sold in blocks.
I tell you, is KFC still open?
Do they do salads? KFC.
But some kebab places...
Oh, right, okay.
Some kebab places make their own.
Ah, from the finest cuts of lamb. That'll be the one we're going to, no?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, they actually, some of them make it from pure lamb.
Oh, lovely.
And pure pork.
Is it better in Greece than it is over here?
What, it's gyros, isn't it?
Actually, I've got to tell you, shish kebab is the best kebab you can have.
Gyros, I love gyros.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you're going to have a kebab, have a shish kebab. 1 is healthy. 2 is pure meat, so you know what you're eating. So if you're going to have anything, or a chicken kebab. Or, have you ever had a chicken doner?
Yes.
Now that is nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
That's garlic.
See, now you're getting me all hungry again.
See, that's what I suggest you eat. If you want some advice from a Greek, don't touch doner, go for the shish, go for the chicken, go even for the chicken doner. So yeah, if you're going to have something to eat.
I want to ask you then,
on.
okay, because gyros is different, but I suppose it's a bit like doner, but it's not.
No, it's not.
So what's the difference? What's a gyros then? Because, I mean, I've had it. Just explain it to the listener.
What do you mean you've had it?
I've had gyros.
What did it taste like to you?
I've had it in Greece. I had it in Rhodes.
Yeah, what did it taste like
I
to you?
loved it. It was really nice. It tasted really like pure lamb meat.
It was pure lamb meat.
Oh, it was lovely.
It's absolutely, do you know where part of the lamb that comes from?
Oh, dear. You're not going to put me off again, are you? No, okay.
No, from the chest.
Oh, okay.
From the chest part, chest part, but it also has the lungs.
All right.
And that's what forms the outer casing.
Oh, right, okay.
It's the actual lung.
Oh, it was nice.
So you eat the lung on the outside before you get into the meat, which gives, because it keeps it nice and juicy.
It was nice. It was nice.
When it comes to food, I'm an expert.
I couldn't stop eating them, actually. I couldn't stop eating them.
No.
When I was out there. Just gyros after gyros after gyros all the time.
Was it?
Yeah.
Gyros after gyros after gyros.
Yeah, you'd never tell though, would you?
Nah.
What's an Ishkender? I had one of them the other week. Have you had one of them before?
EastEnders,
no,
yeah.
Ishkender.
All right.
See, I've just looked at yours twice now. I'm looking at your stomach.
His duvet, I called it last week. He left
What did you call it, duvet?
Duvet on.
Last time I saw a body like that, it was being assaulted by a ball.
Do you know what?
Right.
Do you know what? I think I'll walk down the kebab shop and get my own kebab and then just get away from here, actually. Might be a good idea.
You'd lose some weight.
Oh, perhaps I won't then. I'm going to be starved.
It's ringing.
Well, he knows it's you.
Well, no, I hope so.
I've never heard Trevor's voice before. This is a first.
Oh, is it?
Hello? Trevor!
Hello, I can hear you.
Well, where are you? Where are you on your way to?
I'm just coming back from Faversham.
From Faversham?
Ah, they got it.
Oh, there.
Oh, you got there, because I just spoke to your boss.
All right, Adam.
Yeah, was it Adam? Well, he sounded like a foreigner to me.
Yeah, he's Turkish.
Oh, he's Turkish. Do they listen to the radio in the shop?
They're not allowed to.
Eh?
No.
Not allowed to have music on. No license.
Oh, right, PRS, so they're not allowed to have the radio on?
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have a clue what I was doing when I was phoning him tonight.
All right.
I phoned him live on the air.
All right.
Because I phoned the wrong kebab shop in the first place.
Yeah.
I rang him and I said to him, "Where's that kebab?" He said, "Are you in Faversham?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "It's on his way, we'll be with you in a minute." I said, "Okay, thank you, bye-bye, bye-bye." What a schmuck.
Alright.
So where are you? Are you on your way back to the kebab shop?
Yeah, I'll be back in Singapore in about 10 minutes.
All right, mate.
Hold on, which kebab shop is it? Because we're getting confused here. Is it the one near the vineyard?
After the vineyard, yeah.
Right, it's the one near the vineyard.
That's where you are.
That's where I got the 7-Up from earlier.
Right, okay, cool. At least we now know then. All right, Trev. Now, you do know you know you're live on the air, Trev, didn't you?
Yeah, I know.
All right, so good luck to you, mate. Nice to talk to you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Cheers, mate.
Me entertained.
There's no problems, mate. Anytime. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Right, now.
Do you know what used to annoy me?
What?
Can I just say?
You just what?
No, can I just say?
That's not what you said.
No, it's just about...
You know that's not what you said.
No.
You dumped that. Yes, you did dump it.
What did I say then?
I got told off for dumping too much.
Yeah, no, I was just about...
Hang on a minute. Who tells you to dump?
You.
Yeah, only me. Do not listen to him.
Indeed.
If I find out you dumped something that I'm not happy about,
yeah,
and that he's dumped it because he thinks it's too risque,
yeah,
I'll quit.
No problem.
Be warned about that. Yes, don't you keep dumping. I've had a lot of people say on that digital spy.
Yeah, go on.
They keep dumping.
No, I've read that.
They keep dumping a lot of the stuff that Caesar says.
Look, there's you.
Stand behind me. I'm talking about gay people, right? He's standing behind me, tapping me on the shoulder. I'm thinking, what with? Look here. Hello? Hello?
Hello, who's that? Is that Caesar?
Speaking.
Oh, hello, Caesar. How are you?
I'm all right. Who's this?
It's Julian.
Julian? Hello, Julian.
Julian from Chatham, love.
Oh, how are you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. You probably... Do you remember me, Julian?
I remember you now. Yes, I do. How you been?
I'm lovely, love. Oh, it's been such a while, Caesar. Such a long time, isn't it, love?
What are you doing with yourself now?
Well, since we last met in the DJ... Remember you were the DJ in the booth?
Yes, my God, that's going back some years.
What fun we had.
In those days, it was.
What kind of fun were you having, Caesar?
Easy. Carry on. So, what are you doing now?
Well, to be honest, he invited me into his booth, and then... Oh, it got hot and steamy, didn't it, Caesar? Eh? Me and you, hot and... And then, well, he got his 12, he got his 12 inches out, didn't he? Oh, my.
You used to take your records with you.
Yeah, I used to take my 12-inch records everywhere.
I died and gone to heaven, I did.
It was good fun, wasn't it? So how you been?
And then,
yeah,
I felt bad for you, love.
Oh, sorry, what happened with your phone?
You cut him off?
No.
He's cut him off.
I didn't cut him off at all. Hello? Are you still there?
Hello?
Yeah, are you still there?
I'm still here, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
He's pushed the wrong button, hasn't he?
No, I haven't.
Yes, you.
No, I pushed the wrong button. Are you still there?
I'm still here. It's me.
Yeah.
You'll get the message eventually.
Did you get the message? Hello? Julian?
Hello?
Yeah, are you still there?
You pushed my buttons better than you did in that desk, love. I that night. And I felt sorry for you, love. I felt so sorry for you, love. It wasn't long after that you got sacked from the Heart Breakfast, and then that bloody Jamie Feaston, he took over. I was gutted for you. Yes. I saw your pictures in the press and everything, love. I said, there's my Caesar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you call him your Caesar?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, my Caesar. Yeah, he's got every right to call him.
He wants to marry me, he did. And I said, no, love, it's easy now.
Yes. So we're seeing another side of you here, another side of you, Caesar.
Oh, he can be gentle. He can be so, when he wants to be, when he's had a bottle of wine, I tell you.
You're gone. You're history.
Do you know what? Just when it got interesting. Just when it got interesting.
Yeah. Jason, I love you. Speak to you later. Goodbye, darling.
That wasn't Jason. That wasn't.
Hello? I'd say a bottle. It's more like a glass, love, I say.
It was a glass.
I've said a bottle before, but to be honest, it was a glass.
It was a glass.
I was doing a bit like what you do, Caesar. Yeah. Over-exaggerating on the side. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Listen, I've got to go. Say goodnight. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Hold on. You're rushing him off. He had something to tell us there, I reckon, Bogey, don't you?
Are you still there?
Hello? I just wanted to... Can I say bye to my friends? I'm listening.
Yeah, of course you can.
Twinkie, Dinky and Stinky?
Yes, absolutely. Nothing to speak to. Go on.
Poor little Stinky. Yeah. Only 3 inches but smells like a fruit. You know what I
mean? Keep your tongue out. Speak to you later.
Bye-bye, Caesar.
That's just wrong.
On so many levels.
Definitely.
You have to excuse Brutus. I only let him out once a week.
Nice to have you back.
Thank you, darling. Thanks very much indeed. Hello, who's on line number 2? Hello? Speak.
Oh.
Hello, are you there?
Do you cut him off?
No. He's listening to the radio, and I'm talking to him down the phone line.
Yes.
Stop listening to your radio and listen to me down the phone line.
Wanker.
Go on. You got 5, 4, 3, 2.
And we're back. Look at that. Yeah, we're back in the room.
Yeah, we are.
In the room. There we are. That was nice. So you had nice Kathy, and then you had nice man there.
Oh, here we go again. Look. Hello? Hello, who's that?
He's a bit loud.
Yeah, hello?
Bit loud.
Don't listen to your radio, Daz. Listen to me down the phone line.
I am. I'm eating my meat and chips, though.
How did you get it? Did Trevor bring it over?
No, I couldn't wait for Trevor.
So, where did you go, Daz?
Lays Down Kebab Shop. Now all the grockles have gone home.
Yeah.
They've got plenty of Donna.
There's meat left, is there? There's meat for the island.
There's meat left in Lays Down.
Now listen. We don't believe you. You're gonna have to tweet. You're gonna have to tweet the picture.
I've emailed Caesar a picture of it.
Have you?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'll tweet it as well.
Yeah, you need to tweet it, because I don't get the emails here. I only get the tweets.
It's just leaving me out boxes.
Oh, that's not fair. Look, hold on. We need Trevor to ring us now. We need to do an order.
Yeah. Why?
Now, well, he can't be eating over in Laysdown, Donna meat, and us not have any.
Daz enjoyed himself. He's having a good time. He's tucking into his meat and chips.
Yeah, I know. I just fancied meat and chips. Daz, this is terrible. You shouldn't really, I'm starving here. Caesar promised
you're wasting away, Brutus, I bet, aren't you?
I am wasting away, mate. I don't want to. I've seen the picture of the meat and chips.
You sound like a slim fella.
So you didn't have anything on it, then?
He's a fat git.
No burger sauce?
No, I thought he might have burger sauce on it.
Salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar?
That's the way to eat meat and chips. Absolutely right. Salt and vinegar. No sauce.
Yeah.
That's all crap.
Hang on. The fat's dripping on the phone, hang on.
Oh, yes.
That's a nice kebab.
Hang on. I'm just licking your phone.
Literally licking the microphone here.
Beautiful.
Too much.
Does he know what?
Yeah, I was to say. Yeah, quite. I did watch it yesterday, actually.
You don't know where that's been.
I gave it a quick zazz under the tap.
Right, Dan, thanks for that. I appreciate that. No, bugger off. Cheers, mate. I'll see you later, mate.
That's not fair.
See you later on.
Bye-bye.
That is so not fair. I really fancy meat and chips now.
Oh, we think, how can you eat a lovely little... I mean, you know, you look at a pussycat and you think, how could you eat a little pussy like that?
Yeah.
You couldn't really eat a pussy, could you?
No.
No. I'm going to play a record because you're going to get me
You know me so well, Caesar. You know me so well.
Stop it, because you're going to get me into trouble. You need to stop right there, all right? You are going to get me into some serious problems. But, did you dump that?
No.
He's learned. Am I the only one not laughing here?
Who's Mandy? Do we know Mandy?
Yeah, you spoke to Mandy, didn't you, the other week? You ate her cake.
Oh, yeah, that Mandy. Oh, hello, gorgeous. Where's me cakes this week? Hang on a minute.
Oh, it's got to be.
What?
It's got to be. Mandy, I bet you.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I bet you it is.
Someone's going to call.
I'll put money on it.
Here it comes.
It's going to be Mandy.
Hang on.
I just know it is.
Hello?
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 Hello, Mandy. How are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm all right, darling. Thank you.
Good.
So you're reading 50 Shades of... You're 50 Shades, are you?
Of grey.
I am, yes.
Is it really that good?
Yes.
It's erotic.
Very.
Is it the kind of book where you couldn't really read it out, like, to somebody else? It's best, like, read in your own mind?
No.
What?
No, I wouldn't read it to anybody.
Right,
Really?
okay.
Why wouldn't you?
My mum wanted to read it and I banned her.
Really? Why?
Because it's rude.
Is it really that rude?
Parts of it, yeah.
Well, they sell it in Asda, though. I've seen it at the top of the escalator there.
Yeah, I know, that's where I got it from.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's £7 or £2 for a tenner.
Oh, I paid 15 for mine.
Oh, no, it's gone down. It's at the top of the travelator, just as you get up onto the mezzanine floor.
Just make a quick note of that.
Yeah.
Hang on, just make a quick note.
What? Caesar, I don't mind a fiver, mate. Honestly.
Hang on, Monday, shoplifting Asda. Right, okay. Right, cost me nothing. Right,
I was going to get 2 for a tenner. We'll have 1 each. And then we can read excerpts on the radio. Maybe
no, you can't. You'd be turned off air.
Really? Is it that bad?
Parts of it, yes.
But surely, I mean, it's...
Is it all after chapter 8? That's what I've been told.
No, before then. It started book 1, back chapter 4, 5.
Really?
Hmm.
Every woman's got a copy of this book. It's like the biggest selling book of all time, almost, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, by all accounts, I didn't know what it was about. It was all my friends on Facebook were talking about it. And I'm like, what the hell are they talking about?
Right.
And talking about this Mr. Gray.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've just got to go and find out. No one would tell me, so I just went and bought the books, not knowing what they were about.
Well,
and now I just can't put them down.
When I heard about 50 Shades of Grey, I thought it was some sort of hair colouring product.
No.
Well, I didn't know.
No, not at all.
What's that one called where you see a nice man's hair? What's it called?
Just for Men.
Just for Men. That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. It's exactly what I thought it was. But then everybody's telling me that I saw Jonathan Ross all embarrassed. I thought, why is he embarrassed?
Now, from what I've heard, it's set in Seattle. Is that right? In America somewhere?
Yes, and she's just moved to New York. No, she hasn't moved to New York. She's going to New York with her boss.
Right, so this is Anastasia Steele, is that right?
Yeah, and Mr. Gray, Christian, doesn't want her to go. He's very over the top. What he says she has to do.
Right, Caesar, I've just looked it up.
Hang on, so what, it's the boss secretary then?
No, he wants to.
Oh, he wants to, but he hasn't done it. So how can he be a
No, he hasn't. No, he's Christian has banned her from having nookie with anybody else but him.
Well, listen, Caesar, the book has sold 40 million copies worldwide, and it's being sold in 37 countries and has been translated into other languages as well. So it's very popular.
Listen, I've got to tell you, if this is how you make money by sitting down and writing some filthy words, I'm going to start one tomorrow.
Well, there we are. Apparently,
I am.
Apparently,
Bend
Caesar.
over like Beckham.
Here's the bit. Yeah.
Yes, go on.
It is the fastest selling paperback of all time, surpassing Harry Potter.
You're joking.
No, I kid you not.
But the funny part about it, my daughter moans because I'm reading it. And she goes downtown and she rings me up. She goes, Mum, I've just found you another book. And it's just like 50 Shades.
And what's this one called then?
I've got a load of them. I've got 80 Days Yellow and Bard to You.
You are married, aren't you?
No.
No.
No wonder you got all those filthy books. I need to come round and sit down and talk to you one night, I think. Can I come round and sit here and read a book with you?
No, Caesar, not at all.
No, okay, fair enough. Well,
Hey, thanks for the McDonald's during the week.
It was worth a try. Speaking of which, funny enough, because you know I'm a part-time fireman.
Who is?
Me.
You'll never get up that ladder.
Let me tell you, I've been doing it for the last 4 years.
I've heard of retained firefighters, but please, there's a lot of retention there. Water retention, I would say.
Serious. I'm a part-time fireman. I'm one of these voluntary firefighters, which I do. And I've been out twice on emergencies. It's true.
Okay, yeah, I believe
And we had an open day yesterday. And I'm dressed all in my fireman outfit.
Where is this going?
It's going. No, I'm just telling you what happened yesterday.
Yeah, no, I'm listening.
And I did. Getting bit left, right, and centre. And we had a fight. And do you know what? It's so amazing. There was this little girl. She had a little pram right beside me, and she had little ladders, and she turned her pram into like a little fire engine.
Oh, okay.
So impressed, I walked up to her, and I said, I love your little fire engine. She said, well, she's as good as yours, she went. And then I noticed that she had a dog tied to the fire engine, but its lead was tied around its private parts. And I said, listen, little girl, I said, your fire engine would move a lot faster if you actually tied it around its neck so it could pull faster. She went, I know that, mister, but then I wouldn't lose my sirens.
Very good.
Right, I've got my first letter. Has just been sent to the show. And it's, you know, like I used to give advice and help people out. And I've got a letter here. It says, Dear Caesar, I need your help. You ever got attitude, have you?
Yeah.
Have you really?
I have.
Oh, have you?
Put in Simon Bates in the first column.
In the first column?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant if you have. Because this would be Simon Bates. Let's have a look.
Come up.
Simon Bates, there it is. Look, can you believe that? Right, you're going to have to be quiet because...
Okay, I'm going to stop eating as well. Hold on, can I just finish what I've got here?
You have to... No, just stop it now. Okay. Because this is very sad, this.
I'm ready to be sad. I'm ready.
Dear Caesar, I really need your help. This letter is published to you by the British Personal Advice column. And it's sent to you by a sailor. I am a sailor in the New Zealand Navy. My parents lived in the suburbs of Saiton, and one of my sisters, who now lives in Sittingbourne, is married to a guy from Manchester, in England. My father and mother have recently been arrested for growing and selling marijuana, and are currently dependent on my two sisters, who are prostitutes in London. I have two brothers who's currently serving a non-parole life sentence in Brixton Prison for rape and murder, and of a teenage boy in 1994. The other currently has been held at Wandsworth Remand Centre on charges of incest, and I have recently become engaged to marry a former London prostitute who lives in Sittingbourne, and indeed is still a part-time working girl in a brothel. However, her time there is limited as she has recently been infected with STD. We intend to marry as soon as possible and are currently looking into the possibilities of opening our own brothel, with my fiancée utilising her knowledge of the industry working as the manager. I'm hoping my two sisters will be interested in joining our team, although I prefer them not to prostitute themselves. At least I will get them off the streets and hopefully get them off heroin. I understand. My problem is this. I love my fiancée and look forward to bringing her into the family, and of course I wanted to be totally honest with her. But should I tell her about my brother-in-law? Peter Gilligan.
Supporter. Very good.
Did I?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll sweat off my brow now, eh?
But, sorry?
He's just sweating. His dumb finger was sweating there.
You should learn to trust me. You should.
Don't choke.
All right, buddy, take it easy. God bless.
You too, bye.
Bye-bye.
A couple of
bye-bye.
people on
Bye.
Facebook we got to quickly say hello to. Paul Gonzo Dorney is loving the show.
Paul Gonzo, yeah.
Yeah, and Rob Harvey, okay, he's gone and liked us 25 minutes ago, says Caesar is fantastic. Dave Rothwell and Barry Wilson as well.
Oh,
there we are.
Bless them.
And someone called Julie Nichols, apparently. She's loving your show.
Oh, bless you, Julie. I love you too. And I just found out sumo wrestling. I know what you're referring to about the suit that's needed so that you can jog your memory. You know that bit? Well, me and Graham are going to have a bit of a sumo session.
Oh, right. Oh, so that does make sense now, the
does
sumo.
make sense,
Oh,
yeah.
right, there we are then.
Yeah,
There
it's
we
from
are.
Vicky, that's his wife, bless her heart.
Okay, still trending well on on Twitter, C's. You're
Yeah.
trending really well on
What does
Twitter.
it mean, trending?
Well, it means people are talking about you. You're creating a buzz. They're
Am I?
tweeting. Yes.
So they're tweeting.
Yeah.
So shouldn't I have it on my tweet then? Because I've got Twitter on here.
Have you? What's your personal Twitter then? Ours is SFM Radio. What's yours?
That's a good question.
Are you there with what's his face?
Oh.
He's always on there tweeting, isn't he?
Chris Moyles.
No.
Yeah,
Well, hold on.
I am with
I
Chris
told
Moyles.
you we couldn't tell him about Chris Moyles coming and joining SFM.
Why not?
Because we can't.
He's my mate.
He's still contracted to the BBC. It's only when that finishes that he can come to Sittingbourne. How many more times?
Well, my Twitter.
Tweeter. Oh, bless. Oh, Caesar. Oh, bless.
It says I've got Caesar the Geezer.
Ah. Okay.
So that's it. That's how I've put myself.
Caesar the Geezer.
I've got 62 followers.
Oh, you're doing well.
No, I've got 41 followers, 62
okay.
following.
Not so well.
Not so well.
I've got 41 followers, 62 following.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Is it? All right, and I've got 21 tweets. What does that mean?
Ah, that means people have sent you messages and you haven't read them, you see. So,
Oh,
there we
really?
are. Yeah. You better have a look. You better have a
literally
look.
talk about this topic for hours. Oh, then my battery's running low. Anyway, so these all, I'm in Cyprus on holiday. That's all the things that I've written.
They're your tweets.
He's been tweeting himself.
Have I been doing this wrong then?
Things have been that bad for it. Oh, Caesar, I do love you.
Listen, I don't know how to use this bloody thing.
Oh, I do love you.
I mean, how do you use this thing? I mean, all I've got...
Oh, yeah, look.
I've got Caesar the Geezer.
Look, can I just say, though, seriously, I'm with you. Back in the day, yeah, Capital Gold. Yeah, it used to be so easy. I just used to answer the phones.
Yeah.
There was no Twitter and no Facebook.
Exactly.
No emails. Oh, dear, it does. It gets so confusing. It really does.
It's got Claire... What's this meaning?
Claire.
Rob Swagger Sagsby.
Oh, yeah.
Ashes, plus, oh, we got to add them, yeah, okay. So I'm assuming that you got to add these people. I don't know.
I love you.
Listen, what does it mean? It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Hang on a minute. Lose a stone in a week? What's that all about? Someone's taking a piss today. I mean, so anyway, I've got Twitter, so does that mean that if they want to follow me, so how does somebody follow me then?
Pete's lost it. Don't bother.
Don't talk to me. It's hurting now.
Come on, so how do they do it?
They just have to follow you at Caesar the Geezer. They'll find you on there and they'll follow you.
How do they find me?
Well, by putting in Caesar the Geezer. Or sorry, was it Geezer or Boogeyman?
No, Caesar the Geezer.
Right, okay.
They have to open their Twitter. Don't they, Pete?
They're going to open their what?
Their Twitter, as you called it.
Yeah, Twitter.
They're going to open their Twitter.
No.
I've got Miss Katie Price, you know Katie?
No, she's following you.
She follows me, yeah, Katie Price.
Seriously?
I'm not kidding you.
Well, you get her in for the show. Tweet her back straight away. Get yourself in here.
If I tell you I've got on here who are following me, these are all famous. I've got Chris Moyles, Chris Tarrant. Chris Tarrant follows me, Lady Gaga. No, I'm not Jesse J.
Seriously.
I'm serious. These are all people that follow me.
Where does Lady Gaga know you from?
When I interviewed her.
Oh, wow.
It was part of her meat dress.
No, I interviewed
her
on Capital when she first came out. when she was first out.
Oh.
Danny DeVito?
Yeah, well, hold on.
Yeah, you got me him.
Thank you.
These are the people I'm not lying to you. If you don't believe me, look through my ear. Look through the people that are following me.
The size of your phone, Caesar.
I know, it's one of those S notes. That's what Vicky had one.
Other phones are available, of course.
So that's when women say to you, oh, Caesar, that's huge. They're talking about your phone.
Yeah, that's all they talk about.
Okay.
Hi, Caesar the Boogeyman. Great to hear you back on Kent Radio. I used to listen to you when you were in Invicta. Keep up the good work. Love and hugs. Natalie and Kent. Hello, Natalie,
Lady
my gorgeous
Gaga.
darling.
It's true.
Seriously.
Hold on, Caesar. It says Lady Gaga, Brazil. Are you sure this isn't some cross-dressing kind of, you know...
No. Trick with a dick. No. It's not. It's Lady Gaga.
You're lucky. He wasn't on his fader there. I heard that.
No.
You want to think about that one? You want to think about that one?
I didn't say it. So there you are. I've got all those people.
Yeah, you've got quite a few. Now, you obviously don't know how to use this, do you? See, this is a problem.
Yeah.
This is the problem with having, stuff like that.
Don't shake the phone. If you shake the phone, it starts playing music.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It does all sorts of things, that phone.
Oh, dear. See, Chris Moyles. Anyone fancy a brew? I've put the kettle on.
There you go.
See, I told you. So if you cook a slice of toast, you share it with the world. Chris Moyles has just put the kettle on.
There you go.
I tell you what, it's not a bad idea, though.
I wonder if the chap from Charcoal's put the kebabs on yet. I haven't heard from him.
Shut up, you those bloody kebabs.
Oh, no, you can't say that.
What?
It wasn't Charcoal, was it? Oh, yeah, it was Charcoal.
I can't remember his name. What was his name, Caesar?
Yeah, Bob or something, wasn't it? What was his name? Trevor,
that's it.
Trevor.
Chicken Trevor.
Trevor must be closing up now. He must have some doner meat left over, mustn't he?
Stop whinging on.
Yeah, whisk it to the studios.
Stop waffling. Now, hang on a minute, I've just realised something. The reason why I won't play is because I've got the faders.
How many years you been in radio?
30 years.
I think you'd know by now how to use a fader, wouldn't you,
I love the show. I don't even know how to use a Twitter, let alone bloody use a fader.
Oh, you're telling me?
Yes. See, people, yeah, that's right. People think I'm thick, but I'm not thick.
No, I know you're not.
I'm a very clever person. All right, anything else?
No.
Okay,
I was going to say you've made me cry now.
Why?
All these sad films, you know.
So that was one.
Yeah, I'm
What
just
was the
trying
other
to
one?
think of some other films that...
Saving Ryan's Privates.
Oh, yeah, that was sad. Yeah, that was sad.
Did you watch that?
Oh, Saving Private Ryan, yeah, that was quite
No, I
sad.
didn't say that. I said Saving Ryan's Privates.
I don't know what that is. I've no idea what that is.
I said Saving Ryan's Privates. I didn't mean to say that. It just came out that way.
Yeah, but I know what you meant.
I meant to say, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
How many times have I told you, no gay songs on this show?
This is a great tune.
No,
you
it's
can't
not
say
great.
that.
No, I can't say that.
It's a great tune, you know it is. This is one of the most requested tunes of all time, this is.
Is it?
Yeah, you can't just take it off like that.
I just did.
Well, I think that's bang out of order,
I'm sorry, and you got Shirley Bassey.
Yeah.
Now that is a tune. I'm sorry. Now that is a tune.
Okay.
This is the bit I like. And again, the minute you walked in the joint, this is the bit I would pop my cock. No.
Pop you up?
I thought she popped it. What was it called? I thought she said cock, sorry.
Say, wouldn't you like to pop my cork for air?
See, she says cock. She doesn't say cock.
She says cool.
No, she does not. Did you dump that?
No.
No, right. Yeah, he did.
He didn't.
Did you dump that?
I did.
You did? Why?
Because Pete will tell me off in the morning if I didn't.
I will tell you off right now if you pop it. If you ever dump something that I tell you not to, I will personally come over there.
I thought that's the whole idea of the delay when it's...
No, he might have been talking about... You were talking about a chicken, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with a cock now and again. I was talking about chicken. I was looking for my... Because I put it on there, on that CD.
Yeah.
My cockle jiggle.
Okay. Well, it should be there.
And I was looking for
All
it.
of them should be at the bottom because then they had time to put a thingy on it.
Oh, is it? Do you have to go right to the bottom to find the cock? Jiggle.
No, I don't know. I'll have to come and have a look in a minute.
We'll have to come up with a procedure for this. You'll have to knock on the window.
I'm not having you coming over there to have a look for it now.
Pete, you got cream on your lip.
So is he. So have you. I'm sitting here thinking you've got it on your lip and I've got it on mine.
And I was thinking to myself, what's he got that? That's outrageous.
Isn't that funny?
That is just so
Funny
outrageous.
the way you've both got cream on your lips.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Pardon? What did he say?
No,
He didn't say that, did he?
No,
Right.
he didn't.
Okay, right, quiet. Listen.
Wouldn't you like to have fun?
No.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were
A man of distinction. I would put my cup for any man I see. Hey, big spender.
I'll tell you what, Caesar.
What's that, mate?
She definitely weren't singing about you, was she?
Don't take a mickey. A little time with me.
Trevor the Kebab Man,
Yeah.
if there's any leftover meat...
No!
Yeah, no!
Stop begging for food!
It's a fault! You know,
don't care. I don't
leftover
need
meat, I don't mind. In fact, I love it when it goes, you know, like at the end of the thing and it goes all really dry and crispy and crunchy.
No.
I like it like that.
Do you know
I do.
listen, do you know what goes into a doner kebab?
Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Let me tell you this.
It's one of those illusions in life you don't want to know. Like, you know, how does, what's his face? What's his name?
What?
The magician.
Which one?
The little one with the wig, with the pretty wife.
Oh, David McGee.
Yeah.
Paul McGee.
Who? No, he's not McGee.
He's what's called David McGee.
He's the McGee.
Yeah.
Paul Daniels.
Paul Daniels, yeah. You know, you wouldn't want to know how he did his tricks, would you? There's just some things in life you just don't want to know. And what goes into a kebab, I really don't want to know.
Can I tell you, you don't want to know?
What just said?
Because if you knew what went into a doner kebab, you'd eat 3 times as much.
Well, what goes into it?
You were expecting me to say the opposite, weren't you?
Yeah.
You were expecting me to say it's all crap stuff that goes in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that. Because some of them that make it homemade, the people that buy the kebabs, you know, you can see they're very whitish. Horrible, don't buy that. That's got all fatty meats. It's got lamb, it's got pork, it's got beef, it's got all the waste of meat, all crushed in with breadcrumbs, bread and a bit of garlic, and then it's rounded off. But the ones that make it homemade, that's different. That's a different class. And the chicken doner has got to be the best invention ever. Have you ever had a chicken doner?
Yeah, I have actually, because sometimes you can have like a garlicky sauce with that, can't you?
My wife had one last night.
Yeah, that's
chicken
rather
doner.
nice. A chicken doner. I'm glad you added chicken doner.
Yes, so am I.
I was getting
it
worried.
wasn't a chicken shish.
I thought he's the one with the fader as well, you see. So.
Yeah. Go on, see, so that's just it. I'm hungry now talking about it. Stop it.
Trevor?
Yeah, stop it. All right, now leave Trevor alone. Give me your phone. Let me ring the local kebab shop up.
Okay.
Oh, do you want? Oh.
Let me ring up. I'll ring up the local kebab shop.
Remember what you must tell them.
And we'll do it live. But no, we'll do it live.
Are we going to use Trevor's kebab shop?
Yeah, I'll use Jason's phone. He's got.
Hold on. We're going to use Trevor's kebab
Hang on
shop.
there, mate. Let's plug it all in first.
Yeah, but I'm not sure
Yeah, we're not going to mention the name on air until, you know, we've sorted things out.
Is it the one that starts with, has got the...
It's the one in East Street, that's right. It is the one.
Does Trevor work for it?
Yeah, I'll get you the number, hold on.
Does Trevor work for it?
Yeah, he's a driver.
He delivers, yeah.
But I was in the one without the Kent on it, and I said,
sorry, it'll be on. We'll do that one, yeah? Right, okay. So come on then, we'll do this live on the air.
Right, hold on then.
Hello everyone, Chicky Blinky Monkey Pips. It's Stavros, isn't it? I want to on the kebab in it. Go on, we'll do this live.
Hold the phone up to your face.
Right, are you ready then? I best not read the number out on air, but I've got it here, so hold on a minute. Okay, we're gonna ring them on air.
Right.
Okay, hold on. I'll tell you what, they do advertise in the paper. Is the paper there? The Your Swell? Is there Your Swell there? Because that'll be quicker, because there's an advert in the paper.
Is there?
Yeah.
Please, don't forget you need the phone.
Of course I need the phone.
There you go. What are you munching on now?
I don't need the phone, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. But
you get a picture of them in the Your Swell, you see. So you'll see them in a minute, and there's a picture of the kebab meat in the background and everything.
What does shish mean? What is shish?
Shish.
Yeah, shish.
Shish.
Because in Scotland, that's like, be quiet.
No,
what, shish?
Yeah.
Oh, shish.
Yeah, no, shish.
Yeah.
That's shish.
Yeah, but what does it mean?
Well,
you don't have a clue.
I do actually. I'll tell you how I know. It was a Scotsman went over to Cyprus, right? And he ordered a kebab. He was given a kebab and he go, "What shish is this?"
I need an old one off my desk.
Oh, come on, look, we must be able to do it quicker.
No, well, all right. Well, I
Wade.
think I've got it here, but it might not be.
I know exactly what it is.
Is it 420? Does it start 420?
I don't believe it's local radio.
Here we go. Here we go.
Go find it in the local paper.
Right, yeah. There's a picture of them. Let's have a look. What are you eating?
Maltesers.
Oh, you hid them.
Yes,
so you
no,
made us
it's
think.
North Kent, Pete.
Can I just tell you something?
I've got it.
Let me have a look. There's one left. Yeah. Because you're my friend.
What? I get your last Malteser.
You get my
Yeah.
Reach over.
Brutus.
That's wicked.
Is that one?
Yeah, that's definitely the right one.
Yeah, is it 420?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, right.
Dial it, for crying out loud. 01795.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, give us it here. I can do it.
I can't hear no
quickly.
beep of that, no.
Right, okay, hold on then.
I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear anything? You can't hear me beeping the numbers?
No.
Okay, this sophisticated telephone system.
Yeah, I've got it right.
Right, are you ready
Put it
then?
on silent so you won't hear the tones.
Okay, try that then. Try that.
Yeah.
Got the fader up.
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah,
fader up. Yeah, it's ringing.
quiet.
Here we go. Shh, shh, shh.
Quiet.
Well, answer, are they?
And don't be rude, that's my number.
I won't be rude, yeah.
Yeah, that's my number.
Hello, Charcoal.
Hello, Charcoal. How are you?
I'm alright.
Good. Can I order a kebab, please?
Can I give you a postcode, please?
Can you give me a postcode? What's that
Give me a
postcode?
postcode, please.
Yeah, what's that postcode?
ME10
ME10
4BX.
4BX.
Say that again.
ME10
Yeah.
4BX.
And what's your address?
What's her address?
It's the radio station.
Listen, you're live on the air. I better tell you, you're live on the radio. We're ordering a kebab live on the air.
And we want Trevor to bring it.
Hang on, he's going to say.
Oh, yeah, he's
stay
getting the
there.
boss now. He's getting the boss.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Where's he gone?
It's all gone very quiet.
Shh, quiet.
It comes Central Avenue.
That's it.
That's
yeah,
the one.
Yeah.
What number?
It's not the number. You can't miss it.
It's the radio station. You're on the radio.
Is that a radio station?
Yes. You listen to radio station.
What's your name?
I can't realize. What's it called? I can't tell by your voices on radio.
It's me, Caesar, talking to you.
Yeah.
Have you got the radio on in the shop?
Not today.
Why not?
I forgot it.
Come on, you rock! Put the radio on!
Alright, anyway, what would you like?
Well, listen, stop it, because you're live on the radio, so you can't swear. Now, listen, we want a delivery, so can we order some kebabs?
Yeah.
Right, what do you want?
I don't know if to have meat and chips or a large doner. What do you reckon?
Okay.
Meat and chips
or a large doner. Well, come on, help me.
Meat and chips, because chips come with it.
Chips comes with it.
Meat and chips, because the chips come with it.
It comes with it. Meat and chips comes with chips.
Well, of course, that's why it's called meat and chips.
Yes, you want meat and chips?
Well, I don't know.
I'll
What
make up your
are
mind.
you guys having?
I want a chicken, that chicken thing you said.
So do you do chicken doner?
Yes, we do.
Right, we'll have one chicken doner, please.
What would you like on it?
Everything.
Absolutely
everything. And the chilies as well. We like a bit of chili.
He's a Scottish, he's a pig.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
What sauce you want on there?
What sauce do you want?
Chili sauce.
Chili sauce.
Okay.
Hold on,
Next, please.
It was Caesar. Yeah, I'm gonna have a large doner.
Large doner.
Yeah.
What do you want on that?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, and cabbage.
And cabbage.
Yeah, okay, done. Next.
Dan, yeah, I'll just have...
Hello?
Yeah, hang on a minute. I'm
Meat
just
and
finding
chips.
out what the other one is.
Meat and chips.
What, and one meat and chips as well.
Burger
Meat
sauce.
and chips. Do you want anything on it? Salt vinegar, any sauce?
Salt and vinegar, burger sauce.
Salt vinegar and burger sauce?
Yeah.
Ask him, is Jimmy in?
Is Jimmy in?
It's me. Jimmy's me.
Oh, that's
it
you,
is Jimmy.
Jimmy, yeah, it's Caesar. So if you can get that round to us, mate, I'd appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Trevor can bring it.
Good Scottish name as well.
Get Trevor to bring it. Put the radio on.
Okay, I will.
All right, mate. See you later.
Is that all?
Yeah, what do you mean, is that all that's happening?
Right. I'm going to repeat it. I don't want to make any mistake, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, really
Right,
bad.
small chicken donut, salad and chili sauce,
Yeah.
large lamb donut, cabbage and mayonnaise,
Yeah.
large meat and cheese, salt vinegar and burger sauce.
That's correct.
Sorry, can I...
Anything else? Is that all?
How do I get a small one? How come I'm the only one with a small one?
He wants a large chicken doner.
Yeah.
Not
Okay, hang on, let
small.
me change that.
Yeah, large chicken.
see,
Come
it's
on.
Large chicken donut. Okay.
Large.
Anything else? Is that all?
Do I get a free can of Diet Pepsi?
No, I'm afraid.
What do you mean no?
Because.
I'm just giving you 3 big orders.
Really?
You got to give me a free Diet Coke.
What you want?
A free Diet Coke, a can of Diet Coke.
They don't do Coke, they do Pepsi.
I love you. You know that? I love you. You've got free publicity. It's on the radio. Everybody in the Sitting Borders listening to us, talking to you, ordering food. You watch. And your food's going to get busy now. You watch.
All right, then.
All right, thank you very much.
Cheers,
bye-bye. Bye.
He's not convinced.
I think he will, because Trevor will go in there and say, you on the bloody radio.
Yeah, well, hopefully Trevor will bring them. If Trevor's unsure where we are, get him to ring. But yeah, I mean, I think he knows where we are.
Do you know what? I don't know if I can eat
From
that
Trevor the Kebab Man, I'm at West Street.
That's the wrong one we called it.
You called the wrong one.
I told you.
Oh,
I told you.
It's
we rang the wrong one.
7775. You bloody muppets. Honestly. If you not had a brace on between you, you'd be a toilet seat.
Oh, please. Oh, you better ring him back and cancel it then.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you'll have to. Quick.
No, you can't do that. The poor bloke. You can't do that.
Well, he was talking like he knew who we were. And he
You
was the
couldn't
same
make
one.
it up, could you?
So what do we... what do we do?
There's a North Kent charcoal grill and a charcoal grill, and we ordered the wrong one. That's what
I thought he was the one in East Street, not the one in West Street.
No, West Street, because I went in there the other day. And
Did you see him?
No, I said, it's Trevor. He said, yeah, he's out delivering, and you didn't believe me. He said, no, he's at the other one.
He is at the... I thought he was at the other
Obviously
one.
not.
Well, all I can say is someone's going to have a broken heart. So are you all out of money?
Well,
how are we paying
welcome
for
to
this,
SFM Towers.
I've got an idea. When they come knocking on the door,
Oh, pretend we're not here.
don't answer it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it.
And if they phone up and say, is that SFM? Say yes. Did you order a kebab? No, mate, it must be the other radio station on the island.
You can't say that.
No, I wouldn't say
Naughty.
that. No, of course it is.
One.
Is the West Street and the South Street the same people?
East Street, East Street.
East Street. If they listen to the radio.
This is going to go horribly wrong. I just know it.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, who's that?
Hello, can I help you?
Yeah, who am I speaking to, please?
Speaking to who? Who do you want?
I want the kebab shop.
Kebab shop, yes. Takeaway shop, yes.
Yeah, is that the West Street?
Yes.
I wanted the East Street.
West Street.
Is that the same company, same people?
No same people. We are separate.
Ah, you're separate.
Yes.
Because you got Trevor working for you, haven't you?
Sorry?
Trevor, the delivery man.
Yeah, he's working here.
Yeah, he works at your bar, sugar. You know what I've done? I went and ordered a kebab from the wrong shop. I wanted to order a kebab from your shop.
Yes, what would you like?
Well, I've already ordered it.
You already ordered it?
Yeah, I've already ordered it.
Well, what is your address then?
My address is ME10.
No, address.
Central Parade.
Hey?
Central Parade.
On this Fairsham.
Who?
Fairsham?
Yeah. Is it
yeah, he's coming, Trevor, coming, yeah.
Oh, it's okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, we know that Haversham's having a kebab tonight because it's on its way.
Haversham? That's a long way to deliver.
Well, that's what
Be
Trevor...
freezing cold by the time it got there.
That's what Trevor's going.
I was getting a call coming in. Answer that.
Hello?
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 I'm calling from Chuckles, mate.
Yeah, where are you?
Right, he's gonna leave, yeah?
Yeah.
If he's coming to the Central Avenue.
Yes.
Right. Have you got any sign on your doors or anything like that?
Yeah, you can't miss it. When you come in, before you get to the little roundabout, just look to your right-hand side and you'll see us. You'll see us all in the window.
Weaving. Alan.
Huh?
Can you give me the address on the radio? He's gonna listen it.
Yeah, I'll do it on the radio. When he gets outside, tell him to keep the radio on. When he gets outside, I'll say, stop. Look, here we are, look, you can see us.
Yeah. Oh, it's a 20-second delay. Halfway down.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he's gonna... Did you hear him?
Can you hear? He can hear me, yeah?
He's gonna leave now.
All right, we'll keep an eye. We'll tell him to look to the right-hand side. There'll be cars parked. He'll see some cars parked.
Listen, easy. Tell him, opposite Cartridge World.
Opposite Cartridge World. He can't miss us.
All right, then.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
A 20-second delay. He's going to be halfway down the road.
It'll be at the police station.
Or the Kofty.
The Kofta.
The Kofty.
I call it.
Isn't that what you are?
Sorry?
Isn't that what you are?
That's what you are. Yeah. No, that's a
Brutus
Kofta. Get it right.
No, Kofta. With a Kofta.
Where I come from, they call them pufters. Now this is a kofta. A kofta is a long piece of meat.
Paddington Bear there, look. Yeah.
Was that a Paddington Bear stare?
That was, look.
Don't, because that turns me on. Because I could have one of those kofties right now. Right, so...
He swings both ways, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I swing three ways. Now, let me... No, I want to go to that.
To the left, to the right, and up and down.
Yeah. People are finding it difficult at the moment.
It is true.
I am sick and tired of people in established places ripping off the underprivileged person, and that is what I find all the time. Have you been to London recently on the Underground?
No, not for a while.
Mate, you should see the homelessness. The people living in cardboard boxes on the Underground. Unbelievable. Eye-opener. Unbelievable. And I'm talking about young families. Waterloo, underneath the bridge. Millions of boxes. Homeless people. This day and age, homeless people, young couples living in cardboard boxes. Some have got children. And in this winter coming up, with the winter coming up, it's so cold. It is just unbearable.
There are some things that you kind of think, just never change.
No.
And you like to think we've got a bit more advanced. And
in
this day and age, it shouldn't happen, should it?
You should have homelessness. This is why I keep saying, shut the gates. Stop letting people into this country. Look after the people that are already in this country, no matter what religion they are, what nationality they are. Look after the people that are already in this country. Shut the bloody gates. Don't let any more people in. I did my bit yesterday, coming out of Waterloo Station.
Mm-hmm.
There's a cardboard box here. There's an old geezer in there with his blanket. Cup of coffee in my hand. There was his house, his cardboard box. I put the coffee cup on top of his cardboard box, and I walked away. And do you know what the old guy said to me? He said, "Thank you for the thought, mate, but your coffee's empty." I said, "That's not coffee, that's your chimney." That's a terrible joke. Yeah, well, I didn't want to finish it off with such a serious note, because I am serious about that. They should shut the doors and kick all the bloody illegals out. Don't let any more people in, and sort the people out that are already here. It is horrible. Honestly, if you drive up there, just drive up there in the middle of the night. Do what I did, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I must admit, I don't know if you saw a programme. It was on Channel 3, BBC 3. And they took some privileged people, you know, from a privileged background, and
Yeah.
put them out on the streets for like a week.
All right.
Yeah, and they had a real homeless person to buddy them to make sure, you know, that no harm was, they didn't come to any harm or went to the wrong place, you know, because it can be very dangerous for
of course
homeless
it is.
people.
Yeah, absolutely.
But with one another as well, because, you know, there's like gangs and all kinds of things, you know, like everything else. And, oh dear, it was quite harrowing to see these people because they're just used to everything, like, you know. And it was really quite sad. I remember one of the people was, you know that, what's his name? Alistair Stewart, the newsreader.
Yeah.
His daughter was one of them.
What, she was homeless?
She went out for the week.
Oh, went out for the
to
week,
be homeless.
Yeah. And what did she do?
Well, yeah, it's just really sad. You know, they were talking to people, you know, finding out their stories. And what is so shocking is, like, that a lot of these people come out of care, in that they've been in care homes until they're like 18.
And
they get to 18 and they've got nowhere to go and no one to look after them anymore.
It's really sad.
And so it's terrible. Terrible.
Make me Prime Minister, mate. I'll change this. I will change. I don't know. Listen, I've got to ask this question. I'm just going to finish off in 5 minutes, but I'm going to give people something to think about. If you were the Prime Minister...
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, yeah, okay. If you were the Prime Minister, I say this, and I mean this. If I was made Prime Minister of this country, I would change this country to a better place.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give a damn about what other countries thought. As long as I've got my country in order, before I start helping anybody else, I'd look after my own first, then I'll start helping. Once I've got everything right in this country, then I'll start helping people in Africa, in Pakistan, in Germany, in Poland, in France, or wherever the help is needed. Once this country was in order, I would stop letting immigrants into this country. Sorry, EU not. Then no one else is coming to this country. I can't afford to look after more mouths when I can't even afford to look after people that are living in this country, who are born in this country. I would change it around overnight. Why can't they do that? Why can't... Or because it's politically incorrect. Or you'll upset the EU. Or, you know, these people will think you're racist. Or these people will think you're wrong. I wouldn't give two tosses what they think, as long as I did right. Does that make you a bad person? Answer my question. Does it make you a bad person?
No, not really.
Not really.
No, because I'm not hesitating. That's your opinion, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, don't mean I necessarily agree with it.
Can you?
Well, I couldn't possibly answer because it doesn't make it a balanced argument then, does it really?
True.
So I have to say no, I don't agree with you then.
To make it balanced for radio, for politics.
Well, it has to be balanced. You can't just have one side.
See what I mean about this country?
Well, it is what it is. I mean, the thing is,
you know, why,
we do have freedom of speech in
this
this
is why
country.
they would never put me on national radio again. Because I will turn this country on its head.
It all began with your number one station. His name was Caesar the Boogeyman. He started to boogie across the airwaves, baby. I thought that I was going mad. Caesar the Boogeyman, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Boogeyman, on the Boogie Diamond Show. Now I understand, he's the best thing in the land. Oh yeah, yeah.
I went to the doctor, I said to the doctor, I said, Doctor, you got to help me, I've got this stutter, and I need to get rid of it because I want to be a radio broadcaster. Never forget. And he said to me, I have to examine you to find out where your stutter is coming from. So he made me strip. He said, I've seen where the problem is.
the size of your willy is too big. We need to reduce it and your stutter will go. I went, what? I said, really? He went, yeah, honestly, he said, that's what, and he did. We had an operation. Next day, I did not stutter. I had to go back 4 weeks later. I said, listen, mate, I said, I know you cured me of my stuttering. I said, but my girlfriend's complaining. She's saying she'd rather have me stuttering because I'm not satisfied, and so I need it back. And the doctor went, do you know what the doctor said to me?
Go on.
He said, the deal is a deal.